Silent John incremental, another silent instrumental, the nerd rap existential. People compare me to MC Christopher a lot, but the fact is I predict them with significance. I'm the oldest geek rapper by far, save K&R, compiling kernels, open bracket, cause I racket. And my teen nerds throw your laser pen in the air and wave it all around like you had no repercussions. Now follow instructions, Professor. Why these discussions consist of nothing but incoherent rambling and babbling, but you just still take notes cause you never know what's happening. I'll drop a little nugget, a tidbit if you will. There were 4 United States presidents named Bill.
Really?
If you run out of hit points, the game will shout.
Your life force is running out.
If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life, yeah. Let me start again, put it on like a cardigan, swinging like my name was Mad Mardigan, which reminds me, Warwick Davis was Willow and a Ewok, Leonard Nimoy was Galvatron and Spock. That ain't typecast, I don't know what it. Talk about predestiny, nobody gets the best of me. I've only played one role my whole lifetime, the nerd lifeline, stream through a wicked pipeline. So no one can buy mine, cause mine is original and I write rhymes to burn on a CD, play in the mini V. Soccer moms yodel back, yodel has belittle me. I got a sidekick, I gotta stay connected. Watch out for my decom or you'll get infected. And you don't wanna be one of my bots, cause I see it all like Saw on the Cyclops. And I won't hesitate to drop your whole net block if you're acting up and you're dumber than a pet rock. I'm about this nerd life, as you can see, spreading like a virus on MP3.
On MP3. STC. Shoutouts to Vic, Agnostic One, up in Silent John. Yeah. Nerd Life, Graphing Calculator, HP48G. The G is for gangster. Digital shit, yeah. You know how we do.
What's up, meatbags? That was Dig Dug by YT Cracker. I am the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD, and joining me is my man Carl Claus, getting into the holiday spirit. And this is, of course, Gabbing with Geeks.
I am that snowman melting, reindeer slaying, tree chopping Carl Claus.
Ooh, look at that. So Gary has been MIA since Monday. He was sick. Haven't heard from him, so hopefully he is doing well. Thoughts and prayers to Gary and his family.
I'm going to check up on him after we're finished with the stream.
So, Carl, how was your week?
Pretty good, you know. I've been playing Skyrim Anniversary Edition and Netcoder on the Switch. It's been pretty good.
So how are you liking that Anniversary Edition of Skyrim?
You know, I actually like the additional content. At least the stuff I've gotten a hold of so far. Except for like the Saints and Seducers, which the weapons basically look like a reskinned dwarf weapons, but whatever. The armors are cool though, from what I've seen so far. It's just generally nice having access to every single piece of Creation Club content out there and only paying $20 for it all.
How's that fishing minigame?
You know, I didn't try yet. Fishing isn't really my thing.
Let me down, Carl. Let me down.
But I mean, this is the kind of game where, you know, yeah, you're right. I mean, by gameplay standards, it is a bad game. But the thing is, what makes Skyrim special is the flexibility. It's for role players. The role-playing type. You know, people who can live their life in the game. That's the secret, what makes Skyrim so successful.
I can understand. I guess I'm just so happy with my normal life. I don't need to
Yeah.
role play in Skyrim.
Bethesda did do like a 10th an anniversary concert of sorts on YouTube. The 11th, so that's cool.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Anything else interesting happen? Have any interesting live stream?
You mean when it blew up at Tommy Yamiko? No.
I
Besides
didn't
that,
hear about that. I wasn't aware that happened, Carl.
my ass, but whatever's cool. I mean, like I said, I'm not the kind of person who stays mad at people for long, usually.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
we're
I was eating a
cool.
gummy worm.
It's all right. But me and Tommy Yamiko are cool, so he doesn't need to worry or anything like that.
What's up, CM Retro?
Hey, there's
So we got
Officer CM Retro.
nice little crowd here. We got MIDI music. Tommy Uyamiko's just stopping in briefly. We got Mr. Beefy, Robo Blue,
Douche
Luke Skywalker, Dacha Nubin.
Oh, that's what it is.
EFX,
Okay.
and CM Retro in the house. Thank you, gentlemen, once again for joining us. Feel free to bring some more females next time. We don't want a whole hot dog carton here like always. But my week, Carl, thanks for asking, has been fantastic.
Well, you didn't give me a chance.
I know that's part of the gimmick. That's part of the usual back and forth banter that we do. But went back to work this week. Work has been killing me. 2 weeks of doing nothing but sitting around and playing video games. Then having to go
you're
back
that type of person. You complain about doing nothing when they tell you to stay off out of work.
Well, yeah, because 2 weeks doing nothing, I got used to it. You get lazy, and you go back and you do a hard manual job, and my muscles are on fire. My biceps were hurting.
You could just do work. You could just do something at home, some kind of physical activity at home.
I'm well aware of this, Carl, but when you're working 50 weeks out of the year, busting your ass, you want to relax for 2 weeks, and then it kicks you in the ass when you go back to work.
I guess so.
Dodger Noob says he's trying to get GG to sway out of their total politically correctness. Nah. We play things here pretty nice. Pretty nice here.
Yeah. Ordinarily.
Beyond that, I mean, I was on a couple of live streams with Mad Max. That was interesting.
Yeah. Ninja Kitty stopped in too. We don't know what happened to him.
Gary is MIA. He was sick on Monday. That's the last I heard from him. Hopefully he's okay.
I hope he's okay.
But like I said, I was on some streams with Mad Max.
Did some as well, and they're kind of cool.
I hopped from Max to this one when your stream started. Thanks, Mitty. He's not bad. We're all right. We're not exactly friends, but we're not exactly enemies either. Just two dudes on the internet making content. We have some interesting content here tonight. We had a big Disney Plus day the other day. A lot of things were revealed. A lot of things
I heard about that.
I mean, we covered the Intellivision Amico for 6 hours yesterday. I'm not sure there's very much left to beat off of that dead horse, but I'm sure we'll try. I'm sure.
You know what I like about streaming with Mad Max?
What's that?
I like that he kind of prepares me for all the Marvel stuff for when we talk about it here.
That's good because we're going to talk about lots of Marvel stuff here. Having Amico Days here, saying that look, guys, if you're going to come in and drop tea or spill some tea or whatever, don't tease. No one likes a cock tease. All right. So just come in and be like, hey, Atari Creep said XYZ. Or hey, I heard this, that. Don't tease. No one likes a tease. Do you like a tease, Carl?
No, but I'm kind of a closet BDSM myself, so.
Okay, here we go. It says Tommy was doing the event alone tomorrow. Creep said he was going to help Tom set up. Not really interesting. I guess we have different ideas of what is interesting and what isn't interesting.
Yeah, that's not really interesting, and definitely kind of contrasts against what we were talking about yesterday about Tommy needing to rely on others for help
Yeah.
instead of just trying to do it all himself.
Anthony EFX says that article was rough. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Not bad as in badly written or.
How in the world did none of us find out about that article except you? I mean, Leo DS lives in Germany, right?
Yep.
How the heck did he not get that article?
No clue. Like I said, it was sent to me by somebody in Germany, someone who watches the show. We have a big actual. If you break down the demographics on the live streams and everything, we actually have a pretty decent amount of people that come from Germany watching the show. So,
Really?
Tag, my German brothers. We probably educate them on a specific incident that Germany doesn't like to talk about. So that's probably why they're here. So anything that you wanted to talk about, Carl, before we get into the big news?
I mean, like Knights of the Old Republic is on the Switch is, in my opinion, besides the PC version, I think it is. The Carter on the Switch is the best version, just because portability, you get direct save backups. It's the graphics enhancements. It's generally very nice. 15 as well, so that's not a bad price.
You're telling me not to live, fam. Laughter is the true meaning of life. Laughter is great. It's always great to laugh. Robo Blue likes a tease. Interesting.
Am I shocked? No.
They had that big Grand Theft Auto trilogy remaster release,
Yeah.
Carl.
I know, but I can only buy one. I can only buy one. I can only buy 2 cheap games or 1 full price game, and I chose the 2.
All right, but have you heard any of the complaints?
I've heard a bit. I've heard like when you when you're driving a vehicle and the turns it starts to lag a bit.
Lag issues. I heard some interesting things, Carl. You want to know what I heard?
Go ahead, tell me.
I heard the game was removed from the Steam.
Ooh, that's a bad sign. Look at my
Do you want to know why it was removed from Steam?
Why is it removed from Steam?
You see, there was some files in the game that they forgot to remove.
Oh no!
Yeah,
is it the porn game?
The infamous hot coffee minigame was still in the files, and they didn't realize it, so they had to remove them. So it's temporarily down from the Steam store. It will be back, from what I hear, in a week or 2. But beyond that, the game is a mess.
But people who what'd you say?
The game is a mess.
Oh well, I mean, doesn't surprise me.
The models are weird looking. They look like freaks, with long arms, weird rounded shapes. Some of the characters are completely changed as far as like instead of looking like an old man, they look like weird, almost doll-like.
Sounds like I'm glad I didn't buy the game then.
Mini Music Forever. You don't know about the hot coffee minigame? Are you unfamiliar?
Oh, can I tell?
Go ahead, Carl. Explain.
All right. So, for those who've never heard of it, the hot coffee minigame was for San Andreas. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is kind of part of the data. San Andreas has lots of different things. It's basically the best version of Grand Theft Auto 3 that you'll ever have because it's kind of like the Grand Theft Auto 5 of its day without online play. And one of the activities was kind of a massage, a happy ending simulator, if you catch my drift.
It was a sex minigame, Carl.
Yeah, like I said, happy ending. So the sex minigame, they actually released the game twice. And the second version had it with it removed. The content removed so you couldn't access it while you're playing the game. But there's mods you could do. They could access that content. And that's what gave San Andreas the infamous adult-only rating. Am I missing anything?
Yeah. You're missing... the reason it's called hot coffee is because before the sex minigame would initiate, you would be invited inside for some hot coffee. Whereas then the game would shift to a mini game where you would have to press buttons in order to. Yeah, it wasn't a massage. It wasn't exactly a massage.
Like I said, happy ending.
Yeah, it was removed from San Andreas. That's why you never played it. And Luke says, Google search San Andreas hot coffee. You'll find what you need.
Yeah. So
so that was apparently still in the files when they uploaded the new version to Steam. So they had to pull it down off of the shop.
I hear the Switch version looks pretty good though, so I don't know. But that's from the most entitled douchebag in the world, and we don't know who that is, so I won't mention names.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
I don't know. It's I'll also be waiting though, probably till the January before I grab it. And even then, I'll still inquire about how it's been improved. Oh boy, that's kind of interesting.
It's been deproved. Here, I'm gonna put some pictures up. We're gonna look at some of these pictures just to see exactly what I'm talking about. So,
yeah, let's see those pictures. Let me get out of the chat here.
All right, so the one on the left is the original character model, and the one on the right is the upgraded, quote-unquote, character model. As you can see, it is horrendous. Yeah, Oni 64. Everything seems to be smoothed out on the new version. You can't really see too much detail as far as the nose bridge, the nose, the way it's up, the lips, the mouth.
I see what you mean.
Hey,
that's weird. They do look a little weird. Maybe it's just, especially the guy on the right.
They're both women, Carl.
I rest my case. I rest my case. Or I rest your case, I mean.
Yeah.
That's bad. And obviously, folks, just FYI, that's not me intentionally misgendering anyone. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive, woes. So, yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find another. There's a couple other pictures that are really,
Oh.
really
So, it
bad.
sounds like 2 out of 3 of my games ended up pretty good. All right. That's not bad, but $60. 60 for GTA, the trilogy, whatever. That's really bad.
Yeah, so you can see on top is the original. On the
Right.
bottom is the new. They took out all the. There's no guitars in the guitar window, as you can see now. The screaming Collins guitars, the way it looks, it's more uniform.
Well, I mean, it's they're the ones who are going to end up having to suffer for it. So,
And here's the gangsters, as you can see, the original version up top, and the new version on the bottom. Everything looks too smooth, too. What's the word I'm looking for, Carl? Too doll-like. Can you agree or disagree?
How about animated?
Yeah, they look like Toy Story, Pixar type things.
Yeah. It definitely looks a little weird. I don't know.
The next picture, we saw that one already. And this, I think this is the best one here. This is Vice City, the adult film star that you help out on some missions.
Right.
And then this is the new version. For some reason, her shoulder is extra long. Her face is squished in. Her arms are really weirdly
Okay,
proportionated.
so stupid question. The left one is the
Original.
Before?
Yep.
Okay.
And she was Bumpy's mom. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. It's weird.
Right. And like I said, the one on the left is the original version.
I
It's
don't know.
older, using older technology. It always, it didn't look great even in the time, but it was just, it was the best they had. But the one on the right is just terrible.
So the right one is the new one, right?
Yep. The definitive edition.
It's look weird the way her waist is pinched in like that as opposed to the other one. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know.
The aspect ratio is fucked in that first picture. Yeah. Let's see. This reminds me of how the updated version of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI looked worse. Yeah, I agree. I don't like the new. I love Secret of Mana, one of my favorite games. I 100% hate the art direction they did for the remastered version. And it's probably why I haven't played it. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. Bought the remastered version, played about 20 minutes of it, and I was so just disgusted with the new look. Oni says maybe Rockstar wanted to unsexualize characters in the definitive edition.
That's an interesting argument.
Yeah. The new ones are made by interns.
It's I don't know. It's the kind of thing I'd have to magnify to see myself. So
Chappie
for myself,
said, Carl, you are seeing exactly what we're all seeing. Yeah,
it's just like I really need to. I do a lot of pinch zooming, so that kind of really gets in my way. So
No, believe me, it is as bad.
But I believe you that because you don't make that stuff up. So
there was a lot of other. Here's another good picture. It is so bad, and for people wanting this and waiting on this so long and asking about it,
people have been wanting this for years.
look at that. Look at it in all of its glory. Extra long neck.
Whoa! What
wavy
the
arm.
hell? Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man. He looks like he could replace Popeye. What the hell is that?
This is the Amico version, apparently.
He looks like a freaking giraffe.
Yeah.
Good criminy. Now that's the one you should have showed me in the first place. Damn, that looks messed up. He looks like a freaking giraffe. And the way, oh man, that's terrible. Glad I didn't buy that.
Like I said,
thank you for saving me $60.
And they also changed a few other things. The if you remember in the old games, you used to be able to get like a car, like the lowrider, and then you would be able to get your crew that would come in the back.
Oh man, they made it worse.
They locked the doors, so no one can get into the back.
That's bullshit.
He looked like the guy who died at the end of RoboCop. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Anthony FX was right. He looks like the Synthonoid kid. I've seen those people. That's disgusting.
He looks like he's been using mutagenic steroids or something from a cyberpunk anime.
Yeah.
So, man, that's mess. That's terrible.
Apparently, the rain is a box that just tracks the player. So it's not actually raining; it's just raining in like a little section where you're at, and then not too far off in front of you.
Just synth kid.
No, don't Google it.
Thank you for saving me the trouble.
Yeah, so apparently a lot of anyone who decided that they were going to go ahead and pre-order this, this is why we don't pre-order.
Well, see now, thankfully, Steam and I know Microsoft, from my personal experience, does do refunds. So, if any Microsoft Xbox are watching this, don't be afraid to file for a refund.
Yeah, I definitely would file for a refund.
Oh, that's awful. Man, what does that tell you when that's more interesting than the Amico news? Damn. Hey, that's I'm nominating right here the biggest fuck up of the year. What do you think, guys? Biggest screw up of the year, yay or nay?
I think it's biggest screw up of the year. I mean, we still have a couple months, but I think this is a strong contender.
Oh man.
So
D-list. Okay, so Anika, hi, I'm glad I bought that PS2 version. Yeah, and the Xbox, they actually do have a trilogy, all three of the games in one package. So you can still buy those too. And Xbox games are effing cheap, folks. Ordinarily speaking, they're not expensive, and I know from personal experience. So
Anthony FX is going to file a refund and tell him that Carl sent him.
go for it, guys. Rockstar's ending up on my naughty list this year.
I think that's the. Oh my God, this is.
Oh,
I gotta show you this picture.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Yeah. It gets
Damn.
worse.
Oh man.
Right. This is the last one, I promise, guys. But look at this shit.
It's all the same. What the hell am I looking at here?
The
So
thing on top. This is where his head is, and then his shoulder goes all the way down to here. Then that's where his arm starts.
Whoa! What the? I'm looking at the bottom. The one with the hair. The hair. Where's his arms at? Where are the arms at?
Like I said, they start right here, about midway. Yeah.
Oh man, this is just.
DBZ.
Oh man, yeah. This is. There's no excuse for this stuff.
Anthony Beck says, "Come on, that's some Fat Albert. That or you're trolling us. I'm not." This is the Soldier Boy port. Yeah. So,
ho ho ho!
anybody thinking of getting GTA Remastered Trilogy, I would definitely not do that. I would wait, hold out. Maybe they'll fix it. I doubt they will.
And for the first time, we're going to give our official seal of disquality. The Gabbing with Geeks seal of disquality, folks.
G10 says that they're zooming into distant LODs, I think. I don't think so.
That's just, I hope that's what it is, but
Maybe
I mean, if
Rockstar
it's
trolling its fans like Tommy was trolling Pat and Ian. Good,
it's
distinct possibility.
I don't think they play like that.
Anything you want to add to this, Carl?
Oh man, there's nothing. Let's move on. Oh my gosh, it's awful.
All right, then. So moving on to Marvel news, because oh my God, Disney Plus Day has announced so much Marvel content.
Yeah, like She-Hulk the series, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a look at this in order. Unfortunately, She-Hulk is not the first one on the list.
Oh well, that's fine.
That's in Carl's bubble. I know he wants that Death by Snowstorm.
How flexible. How flexible. All right, so what's first on the list?
What's first is something I'm very excited for.
Ooh.
Super excited. X-Men 97.
Oh.
Is
it the animated series, like the animated series?
It is a continuation of the animated series.
Oh. I love that series.
Everybody does.
Oh,
that was the cartoon that everybody was watching.
Oh man, and I think I've seen just about every episode. Man, man, I might have to have a reason to cover the whole year. Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna arrive in 2023.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Yeah, so it's not coming right away.
You cock teases.
There's blue teased with this image. With the
those blue bowling bastards. Oh man, oh well. 2023. Okay, all right.
It says the animated series from Marvel Studios explores new stories in the iconic 90s timeline of the original series, written by executive producer Bo DeMaio. No one's sure if they're going to have the original voices come back. I hope they do, if those people are still available.
Or alive.
Yeah. Well, that would mean be available. I mean, if they're dead, they would obviously be unavailable.
I'm just being technical for the heck of it.
Chappie says he watched a 24-minute YouTube documentary on just the theme song. I need to play the theme song for us.
I could, but let's not do that. Well, let's talk about how they could possibly screw that up.
I don't think they are. I have faith. I have faith in Disney. They're not going to screw this one up.
Really? You've heard about how bad people hate the last trilogy, right?
That wasn't Disney though. That was Fox.
No. Of Star Wars.
Oh, that has nothing to do with X-Men though.
It's Disney, and Marvel owns both.
Yeah, but it's different executives in charge of the different branches.
Well, let's hope you're right. I'm gonna just hope that it's good.
Well, I am giving my thumbs up.
I'm giving it thumbs and big toes up.
All right. See, so we got two enthusiastic seals of approval.
Oh yeah,
for X-Men 97. Looking forward to it.
The Gabbing with Geeks seal of approval, bitches.
We will give you more information as more information comes out.
Oh man, that sounds great. I'm still smiling about that one. Wow. Finally, Sorry, go on.
Something delicious.
Something to recover from that awful GTA trilogy disaster.
Arioka says Disney could ruin it by wokeifying X-Men 97. Well, to be fair, the X-Men are already pretty woke as it is. Unless they're going to have Marvel Girl press charges against Wolverine for sexual harassment or something, I don't think the series is going to suffer.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, we both have faith. We're keeping the faith.
Yeah.
Because here on Gabbing with Geeks, we do not hate on things for no reason. We only hate on things for very specific reasons.
Yeah.
And the next Marvel property, the next item on the docket was Moon Knight. First look.
The Marvel hero nobody cares about.
You don't care about Moon Knight? I like Moon Knight.
I mean, it's just from my understanding, he doesn't really seem that popular, I guess is the term I would use. I don't even know who Moon Knight is, to be honest.
G10. There's no guarantee that the game will be good. The reason that it won't be because it's woke. I don't know what game you're talking about.
Because we're talking about the series.
That's a TV series. Unless you're talking about GTA still. Yeah, Moon Knight is coming to Disney Plus. Oscar Isaac, he was in Star Wars Rogue One, I believe. He's playing Moon Knight.
Ooh, the good modern Star Wars movie.
Yeah. It says Moon Knight is a globe-trotting action-adventure series featuring a complex vigilante who suffers from dissociative identity disorder. The multiple identities who live inside him find themselves thrust into a deadly war of the gods against the backdrop of modern and ancient Egypt. Moon Knight is directed by Mohammed Diab and is coming to Disney Plus in 2022. So it looks like they're going to be taking the various aspects of the Moon Knight character, mixing them up. I believe there is a picture, but not here, of the actual Moon Knight costume.
I am neutral on this one. If, it could go either way, and I wouldn't care less.
Well, Moon Knight is almost Marvel's Batman in a way. Rich dude, fighting crime, vigilante style.
Okay.
But the only difference between Batman and Moon Knight would be Moon Knight has the blessing of the god Noshu, the Egyptian god, depending
And
on the story arc.
and Batman likes little boys.
No, he had a female sidekick.
Okay, then he likes children in general.
I don't think so. I don't think Batman likes children.
I'm
We're
just
not gonna
saying
go
is he
there.
puts them in skin tight costumes. That's all I'm saying. That's weird, okay? If they did that if they did that in today's world, they'd have you arrested.
Robo Blue says so. He's a serious Deadpool. Yeah, in a way. Like I said, he has Moon Knight has dissociative identity disorder or multiple personality disorder, as it's more commonly known as. So basically, he has different personalities, different identities, which allows him to go undercover, do various levels of.
Okay, that
violence.
could be cool.
You know, certain personalities are more violent than the others. Certain are more strategic. So, like I said, he's a pretty interesting character. Robo Blue says, "Didn't Batman canonically sleep with Batgirl?" Yeah, but Barbara Gordon is an adult. They just call her Batgirl for reasons, I guess.
But he could have liked her a long time.
He didn't know her back then. Carl, stop trying to make Batman into a pedo.
I'm just saying, it's creepy that he puts them in all those skin tight costumes. Okay.
He doesn't put them in there. I mean, Robin was already in the costume. He was a circus performer.
But all right, next property. What's the next Marvel property we got?
The next Marvel property is the one that Carl was so excited for.
I mean, I've never really cared that much about She-Hulk. I know just about every guy, cares about her, but.
Well, She-Hulk is coming. Tatiana Maslany is going to play Jennifer Walters, who is turned into the She-Hulk. She's going to be a lawyer who specializes in superhuman-oriented legal cases. This is not coming out till 2022, and it's going to be a comedy series.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, it's not actually weird. If the original, not the first run of She-Hulk had She-Hulk more savage. It was a savage She-Hulk. She was basically female Hulk, same gimmick.
Right.
Then eventually they got to the point where she no longer changed into Jennifer Walters. She was stuck as the She-Hulk, and she had more of an intellect. Basically, Jennifer Walters was She-Hulk. It wasn't a split personality like Bruce Banner and Hulk. And in that series, she was basically like Deadpool. She broke the fourth wall. Had like silly villains, silly storylines. She was always finding herself naked because like the villain would shoot her with a laser and her clothes would come off, and then she'd try to cover herself up.
Well, they're not going to do that. So
I see Carl's already laughing. Yeah.
I'm just imagining how they could screw that. The many ways they will screw that up.
Many ways. Show's here. If you want to jump on, let me know. So I'm sure he's got some hot takes on all this.
Hey, by all means, come on, dude.
But that is coming 2022.
All right.
In the series, the Abomination is going to be Tim Roth. Abomination will be there. The Hulk's going to be there, played by Mark Ruffalo, obviously. Sounds good. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I would say that.
So I'm looking forward. I'm wondering if there's going to be any Easter egg surprises, because she's specializing in superhuman cases. If we're going to get some B and D list characters showing up, on trial.
It could end up like Harvey Birdman.
Yeah, something like that. I could see that. Legally Green. There was a pretty cool cartoon, The She-Hulk, in the 80s. Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah, the Smart Hulk, the MCU version of the Professor Hulk. And from my understanding, Titania, She-Hulk's primary villain, is going to get her powers from the Abomination, the same way that She-Hulk gets her powers from a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner. The idea is neat. I just don't see it working out. I mean, if it's a limited run series, 8 or 9 episodes, I could see it
I don't
working.
know.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Carl? I hear you sighing. Do you think this won't work out? You think this is something?
It's supposed to be this. Let me just list all the stuff. Okay, so it's supposed to be this super hot superhero who gets herself into these comedic situations, and it's supposed to also be like Harvey Birdman. I mean, the ways they are going to screw that up are a billion.
You have no faith, Carl.
I have no faith they will screw this up. Because you know why this culture bowl that today.
Well, I think that has a good chance. I don't.
I would like it to. I would like it to do well. I really do.
If it's a limited run, if it's a short series, not too long, and if they're doing like a almost like an SVU, like story of the week, you get a different superhero come in every week with some wacky situation. Maybe some superheroes in trouble because they broke a building stopping a robbery, and she's got to help them finagle their way out of it legally or something. I think it could be an interesting concept.
Or they're getting sued because they misgendered someone.
No. I'm not a big woke complainer. I know,
I'm just. I don't know. Just.
I don't anticipate issues. While I am very critical of wokeness and SJW-ness, I'm not, a Chicken Little about it. I don't yell about the sky falling down until the sky actually does fall down. So, I always try to keep hope. I always try to say, hey, this could be good. Here's how it.
I hope it's good. I really want it to be good. Just keep Kevin James as far away from it as possible. All right. So what do we have going next? Or is there anything next?
Well, there's a lot more.
All right. Oh, nice.
Everybody's favorite superhero, the hottest superhero of Marvel in the last 80 years, the greatest superhero ever. It's getting her own Disney Plus series.
Squirrel Girl?
Miss Marvel.
Oh, man.
Iman Vellani is starring as the 16-year-old Pakistani-American Miss Marvel.
Oh, that's not Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is Captain Marvel.
No. In the comics, Carl, a human takes the name Miss Marvel. This is Miss Marvel, MS, not Miss Marvel, MISS. Ms. Marvel, or Miss Marvel, is going to be on Disney Plus. Carl has been misgendered as Carol. Yeah, show Moon Knight. You missed the Moon Knight conversation. Why don't you hop on in here, show? I'm going to send you the link.
Come on. Show. Come on.
I have a feeling show has a lot of opinions on these Marvel properties.
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard of this one because for me, Miss Marvel is the one Carol Danvers from the X-Men cartoon.
Yeah, but like I said, in the comics, Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel. Then she changed her name like 3 or 4 times until she landed on Captain Marvel. And then this individual became the new Miss Marvel.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I played around with her on the Captain or that Nintendo Switch game. Yeah, I really didn't like her that much. Really didn't care for her, so I don't know. I mean, as always, I hope it works out, but it's not going to be on my radar.
Well, Miss Marvel introduces viewers to Kamala Khan, a 16-year-old Pakistani American from Jersey City, an aspiring artist, an avid gamer, and a voracious fan fiction scribe. She's a huge fan of the Avengers, and one in particular, Captain Marvel. But Kamala has always struggled to find her place in the world. That is until she gets superpowers like the heroes she's always looked up to. Iman Vellani
Oh,
stars as Kamala Khan, and that's all we got on what's going to happen in this series.
I mean, I would like it to do well, just because I feel that
Yeah.
all the what's up?
Chilling, bro. How are you?
I'm all right. Like I feel that women don't get enough superhero stuff, so
Ooh.
I think it.
No, go
Show.
for it. My bad. I was gonna say if you hear a squeak in the background, that's my dog. He's having fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't usually hear squeaks or Gary's
The
fire
beeper.
alarm going off or none of that.
Yeah, fire alarm.
Oh, she just fixed that fire alarm, but we've
Oh, that was
actually tried
cool.
replacing our fire alarm. We've never succeeded.
So,
Sorry,
what
you'll
are you
get
thinking about these new shows, Show?
So the new shows, I find a couple of them interesting. I want to see how they take Moon Knight. So that should probably be the most interesting one, because if you know the story behind Moon Knight, you know that he is either clinically insane or he has multiple personalities. And I would love to see how they play that out as a TV show, if that's how it's going to be. I had no idea about the Miss Marvel one, but technically she should be as strong, if not stronger, than Captain Marvel, but in a completely different way. And then there's also, what was the other character from oh god, from the recent series that was just on. Oh god. Let me think.
Just take your
Hwkeye?
time.
Yeah, I should take my time. Um
Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
no. It's a TV show.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Not What If. Prior to that, with
Oh,
Vision and WandaVision.
yeah.
Scarlet Witch. My bad. But Scarlet Witch, the other character that was from there as well, if I recall correctly, that one character used to be the original Captain Marvel. But
Yeah.
apparently Miss Marvel is on the same level of them strength-wise. But her power is not necessarily cosmic in nature. So this episode should be okay. I missed the She-Hulk one, but She-Hulk is probably going to be hilarious, because She-Hulk actually, if you think about it, or if you've watched it, she's a character similar to Deadpool, so she can break the fourth wall in different ways, and she's a lawyer, and she's known for like her sexual escapades in the comics. So she's like all over the place, sleeping with men, lawyer by day, hanging out with either
Thought by night.
yeah, you're right.
Stripper by
Not by night.
Stripper by
Yeah, probably.
twilight.
Yeah, but she embraces her sexual, her sexual satisfactions and urges. So that may be something that plays into Disney or into Marvel Studios, and it would be interesting if they go that far with her. But if not, you probably, I would imagine that you may get some episodes where you see Daredevil in there, because he's also a lawyer, and a lot of this stuff happens around Hell's Kitchen. So you may see like a lot of New York type things.
Yeah, I was saying that in my opinion, it would be more interesting if they had B-list and C-list supervillains and heroes showing up on trial
Oh, for real? That would be cool.
With her having to because it's being presented as a comedic lawyer show.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that. I just saw a
Yeah.
lot of the title cards. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because they got a
It
little
could
thing
end
on
up pretty,
Marvel.com breaking down each show. And you were talking about Moon Knight. We went over it before you got on, but they're going to embrace the whole multiple personality thing.
Okay, perfect.
And I guess the Egyptian god Noshu, they're going to have that aspect of the character in there as well.
Okay. Huh. I wonder if it has some ties to like X-Men, like with Age of the Apocalypse and all that stuff. We'll have to see. Interesting.
Everyone's always trying to get the X-Men into the Marvel universe.
They got to get in there somehow, bro. They got to get in.
Well,
Need my Wolverine.
The other day show, I asked Mad Max and them, with Magneto's origin being based around the Holocaust and everything, that's like 80 years ago now. So he would theoretically be like a 90-year-old man if he showed up into the MCU. Do you think they'd be able to change his origin and not piss off anybody? Or
no, there's no freaking way they're changing his origin. They can't do that, man. I mean, if the guy's origin is based on the Holocaust, it's based on the Holocaust. You can't rewrite 30 plus 40 years of what Magneto is, what Magnus is. You can't just
and people hate that when they do stuff like that anyway.
Right. And if he's a alternative character or like a alternate or a variant or whatever, that's fine, because I believe they did that with Superman. They made Superman black in one of these, and I think that's also okay too. But it can't be the main MCU character or main 616. It just can't happen.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like Superman, if it's not the Superman, it's just an alternate. Like Miles Morales is the alternate Spider-Man.
Universe. Right. And I think even doing something like that is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could work out.
It's just the age thing that, going forward, because the movies always want to be set in the current day. If they bring in in 5 years, Magneto will be like a 95-year-old guy fighting.
That's true.
Unless they like he gets in a situation where he gets sent through to the future or something.
Yeah, that's what
they love to do. That
they could always go back in time and get Magneto. The only thing I was thinking that possibly is they could say that maybe Magneto's family was in the Holocaust, escaped, and he grew up, always with the stories, and maybe something that Charles did to him, when his powers came out, Magneto experienced his grandfather's Holocaust memories.
Right.
So you can incorporate the idea, but still keep him not being an old ass man. Okay,
that's kind of interesting. I could see something like that too. I'm trying to think to my head if they would want to like pull like an Iron Man, because how Iron Man's origin story kind of just got moved up to the Afghanistan war.
Yeah.
For the movie. But
they did that in the comics too.
They did in the comics, right?
Like I said, everything's moving forward as far as the rest of the world. So having these hard dates like Vietnam War, because they did the same thing with the Punisher. He started in Vietnam, and then they had to move him up.
Right. But how do you move somebody up from the Holocaust? That's crazy.
I don't see Disney making that mistake and just doing it because they care about the way people at least feel about most other properties.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The only other alternative, I guess, is to say that Magneto doesn't age due to his magnetism or something. Some convoluted.
But how would they accommodate Charles Xavier?
Well, they would just say that he met Magneto years later.
Right. I can see it. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I never even thought of it that way.
They made a debacle of that that X-Men First Class movie. Man, I hated that.
You didn't like First Class? I thought it was all right.
It was all right.
It was just weird. I mean, it didn't work with the trilogy at all.
Well, because it's a different timeline or some nonsense. Personally, I think they should just reboot the whole MCU That way they can incorporate all the other properties like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men straight from the beginning.
Right.
I,
So that they're
I
all
think
in
they could.
part of it.
I think they could silently do that too, without anyone.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
do
know
you
if they
think
can do it silently, Carl.
Do you think they're going to do it with like the next Avengers movie?
I think the next Avengers movie is going to be centered around the Young Avengers.
Right.
Because they seem to be building towards that.
Yeah, it should be centered around him and yeah. Well, if they're gonna do the Young Avengers, Wanda has to definitely get her kids back.
Well, yeah, I think she's gonna get her kids back. You had Elijah Bradley show up in Falcon.
Oh
and
yeah,
Winter
that's
Soldier.
true. That's that small cameo on the steps.
Yeah, you got Kate Bishop is gonna be in the Hawkeye series. Kamala Khan is coming out in her own series. Supposedly, Iron Lad is gonna be in the Ant-Man movie.
Okay, Iron Lad. Okay.
So I mean,
wonder how they're gonna do Iron Lad. Knowing with well, no. So
No,
I'm thinking to myself, it should be it should really be interesting his story.
Well, supposedly the actor that they quote unquote cast in to play Iron Lad is a white guy.
Oh, and that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, he claims he wasn't cast. He says no, that the rumor's a lie.
Huh?
But I mean, it could work.
So are we going to see Iron Lad versus like Kang the Conqueror, you think? Or maybe even the Immortus? I get another version of Immortus anyways.
Yeah, I didn't like the version that they had in
You didn't like that acting?
No, I like the acting. I didn't like that he was supposed to be Immortus because in the comics, Immortus is more sane. And not making him the one who remains, which was never a thing in the comics. The one who remains and Immortus were two different characters.
Right.
So
56K said that there's too many movies in the MCU.
Yeah, I agree.
They're adding 12 more.
I agree.
I actually do agree that there are too many movies. I'd rather see more TV series.
Okay.
Because
there's too much.
Yeah, but
it's starting
to cover.
Sorry, go on.
There's too much comic history to cover. Like in a Captain America movie, you only get one story, and they're trying to fill up 300 issues.
I like in the old days when they had comic book cartoon shows, and they were just in different universes.
I don't. I want them all to be connected.
You want everything to be connected? That's the multiverse is all about.
That's a whole lot of confusion.
What about the
Warner Brothers and Marvel to get together and give us a Justice League versus Avengers movie?
No. I got one better. A Starfire She-Hulk show or movie.
They have one of those. Go to the hub. I'm sure you'll find
Starfire versus She-Hulk? Starfire from DC?
Yeah.
Huh.
Just go to Pornhub.
Type
in Starfire.
No. I mean legitimate one, not that crap.
Hey, what's up, Ray? Is in the house.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, Ray, what up?
No, I do think there's too much story to tell in movies. An hour and a half is not enough time, because then you end up skipping things and you end up having characters show up way too early because they want to get that character out. Like the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie, he's the money hero, he's the money villain,
right?
Rather. So you got to have him in the movie, but in the comics, he didn't show up till like 200, 300 issues later. He should have been the third villain. Build up. Introduce Norman Osborn, show him going crazy in the second. And then by the third movie, Green Goblin, boom.
So do you not like the new Spider-Man that's coming out with the Sinister Six that's being pulled from different dimensions, I would say?
I don't actually like that.
I kind of like the idea too.
I like the idea, but I gotta wait for the execution. They really haven't shown much in the trailers, so.
Did they not show a new one? They just skipped it entirely.
I might have missed it if they showed a new one.
Okay, they definitely didn't. I know that there was a lot of leaks. I've been trying my best to avoid these leaks. Like certain parts of the internet, I just have to avoid now.
Yeah. But anything else you want to say about Miss Marvel, Carl? I know you're a big fan.
No, I've said all I needed to say about it.
Are you excited about that X-Men 97 show?
You know what? I didn't see it until just now. I'm actually looking at the page. So tell me what X-Men 97 is all about.
It's going to be
yeah,
a
I'm so
continuation of the animated series from the 90s.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, that's pretty tight. I don't know if they can get like the same voice actors, but if they keep the same like silliness, yeah, I'm all about it. And we see
I actually like those. I actually like those silly moments too, like the Christmas episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say all of the interactions between Wolverine and Cyclops. It was always so crazy. He always had to have a reason to be pissed off at him.
Who isn't pissed off at Cyclops?
Exactly. Fuck Cyclops. Honestly, I'm with it. Cyclops is awful, man. He's terrible.
I love Cyclops.
He's not a good leader. Awful leader.
I mean, he's so
full of himself.
Well, he's a bad leader in the cartoon because, again, they didn't build up to it. They just threw him in there with Wolverine and all them. He didn't get the years and years of experience with Iceman and Angel.
For real. Oh, yeah, 56K talking about Morph. Shout outs to Morph. Rest in peace. They'll probably bring him back, though.
Morph was created just for the cartoon.
I know.
And then they screwed him over and they brought him back. And
yep.
So are they going to keep the same artistic style as the original?
They didn't say. They just teased the logo, and then they had the meme of Wolverine looking at the picture.
Right, look at the picture, caressing it.
Yeah, but with the logo of X-Men 97 in there.
Perfect. So they're even self-aware of that crazy meme too.
Yeah, they definitely know how to use the meme.
He'll be like, my precious.
They also announced season 2 for What If. It says Watchers returning with new heroes.
I'm all
I don't care about that.
You don't care about it? It's awesome. Come on.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of superhero stuff as it is, so it's not my flavor, you know.
Okay, that's all right. I know for sure we know an episode of the What If that's coming out anyways, because it's going to be Gamora and Iron Man, and they're on Sakaar, and at least they showed like the end of it, but I guess Iron Man builds like a new Hulkbuster, and then fights against Gamora, and we should find out why Gamora has her father's armor and all this. So apparently that's an episode that we know about. Yeah. So it's kind of a different Thor type of ending.
I'm going to predict it now.
Mm-hmm.
Gamora kills her father and steals his armor and
Sounds
everything else.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
You went on a big leap there, Carl.
Kill Thanos. All right, now I'm Thanos.
I actually didn't like all the episodes of the first season of What If.
Really?
Yeah. I also didn't like the because at first they were saying that it wasn't going to be connected, that they weren't going to have like a crossover or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going into it thinking they're all separate episodes. So when the first one ended, I was like, oh, this is interesting. They got the little teaser for they found Steve Rogers, and then the next episode's completely different, and then they had a teaser at the end of that, and then slowly but surely you could see that they were teasing something, but everything they teased, none of it actually came to fucking fruition.
Well, you never know. That's why season 2's coming out.
But they said they're going to explore new heroes.
Yeah, they still could. Which episode was your favorite of the first What if you have one?
I would say the first episode, probably.
The first episode? Okay.
Sharon Carter.
Okay.
I know this is controversial, but I really did not like the Star-Lord Black Panther episode.
Oh, okay. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't think his Star-Lord was as interesting as I had imagined it to be. So I'm okay with that.
I just thought they went too hard on the everybody loves T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
He just convinces Thanos to stop killing people. Hey, have you ever
Thanos.
tried not killing people? Well, fuck.
Well, I
didn't
mean,
think of
it's
that.
another dimension, right? So maybe.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The whole gimmick of What If in the comics is supposed to be that the characters are all the same, just one event changed, and
Everything.
then you get the reaction from the character of to that event.
Well, isn't that not what happened? He just got kidnapped by the Ravagers and became a Ravager.
Yeah, but then like all the other characters, like Thanos should have still been Thanos. Nothing should have stopped him from his mission, even if T'Challa said, "Hey, what you're doing is dumb." He should have been like, "Well, fuck you, T'Challa. I'm gonna still kill people or
And
whatever."
kill people, right? I could see it. Maybe. You didn't like the Doctor Strange episode? That shit was dark, man. For like Marvel right now from studios. Oh my god,
Doctor
that was
Strange episode
probably
was
the
weak
darkest thing I've ever seen. You thought it was weak?
because the whole
Woo!
premise of the episode. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking bringing the heat, but
Oh my god.
the whole premise of the Doctor Strange episode was stupid because they said you can't change that one event, right? Her
Mhm.
death, you couldn't change it. Because the whole reason was that he needs to become Doctor Strange to stop Thanos and everything. The universe was counting on him, right?
And that's based on his love dying.
Right.
Spoilers, by the way.
If he would have just went back in time,
Mhm.
kidnapped his girlfriend, and brought her to the future, the Doctor Strange in the past would have still became Doctor Strange because he would have wanted to figure out what magic was used to get rid of her, and then she wouldn't have had to die.
You ever see the last Time Machine movie? The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. And they basically say, the guy basically says, if you had saved her, she never would have existed. She would have been alive, but she would have never existed.
But I don't think her death was the crux. The whole thing was that he needed a reason to study magic.
But for him, that was that reason, though.
Right, but
or at least in that dimension.
Her disappearing would have accomplished the same goal. Like, could you imagine he's driving, she's in there, and then she just vanishes, right, from the car?
Mm-hmm.
So then he would want to know what happened, and he would try to study magic, become Doctor Strange, and then right before he goes back in time, the other version of him would pop in and said, "Hey, here's that girlfriend I kidnapped. Go live happily ever after." Boom.
What makes you think that didn't happen at all?
Because
in some other alternative universe.
It was just like they really were like, we need an excuse for why he turns evil.
Right. I saw that happen in the episode where your boy Ultron started taking over, because there was one point where Thanos just comes in, he swags in, he's ready to take the final stones from him. He give his speech, and Ultron was like, "All right, I'm just gonna kill you before you even get started with your monologue." And thanks for the gauntlet.
Some last question here, Carl. Please give me her name. I have no idea what you're talking. Oh, her number.
Carl, you got them girls? What's going on?
No, I told you. I told you guys I'm eternally single. I'm no interest in relationships or attachments or anything like that.
Carl's a hit it and quit it type of guy.
Yep.
Pump and dump.
Pump and dump. Get him out of here. Replace him with another one. Carl, you're my hero.
Yeah, they didn't really give you much as to what's going to go on with the season 2 of What If. I'm wondering if we're going to see another team up at the end.
Oh, like another Avengers type of thing?
Yeah. What I think they should have did, in my opinion, for the first season is started off with an episode showing them fighting against Ultron with the stones. These 6 characters that you have no idea who they are. You're like, oh, it's Captain America. And then, oh, it's actually Sharon Carter. And, well, here comes Doctor Strange. And why is he evil? And why does Star-Lord look like T'Challa? And what the hell's going on with Killmonger?
Oh, and then walk it back from there?
Right.
That
would have hooked you in a lot better.
That Killmonger story was trash, by the way.
I got secret, folks.
What's up?
I hate Guardians of the Galaxy.
What? Get Carl out of here.
Okay, well, see, the thing is, I knew someone who all they did was talk about Guardians of the Galaxy and Rocket Raccoon, so. it just got old to me. And when I actually saw the movie, none of it clicked. It's like this is supposed to be the movie. This is supposed to be that great movie, that great franchise that they were talking about. It's like, what?
I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the best MCU movies.
Me too. Cosign all the way.
My favorite DC MCU movie is the first Captain America remake.
First Avenger?
Yeah. Because to me it's like a retro science fiction movie.
I was disappointed with that movie because they glossed over his whole World War II antics and just went straight to, all right, he's now in the future.
Mm-hmm.
No invaders.
Well, like I said, it's
put him in ice, and bring him back out. Yep.
Like they have Vita rays and all that other science fiction crap, so that's why I like
Vita rays was actually pretty on point, though.
Yeah,
it was pretty accurate, actually.
Indeed, it was.
The best MCU movie was Joker. That's what Robo said.
Yeah. Robo Blue is right, because that drove so many people to the MCU from that. I know a lot of people were really excited about the Joker and they thought it was a great movie. I didn't like all the bullshit. Oh my God, he might be related to Bruce Wayne. Oh no, he's not. His mom's just a crazy psychopath. Oh,
DC,
he was
keep
molested
trying.
as a kid.
There's always something. But I think honestly, even in the comics, you can't tell what the Joker's true origin story was because he's so crazy. He doesn't really tell anybody the honest truth. So he always makes up the story depending on who he's speaking to before he kills them in some cases.
You know who was the best Joker? Jack Nicholson.
Hell no.
Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson. With his craziness.
Pretty crazy.
Jack Nicholson.
Best Joker, Cesar Romero. Fight me.
Whew. All right.
If I fight you, I'm going for the crotch. I'm going for the family jewels.
Cesar Romero looked like the Joker. He looked exactly like the comics.
He did.
You know who thinks they're the best Joker of all time? Mike Matei.
Oh wow, yeah. Based on Cesar Romero.
He thinks he's the greatest Joker there ever was.
Jesus.
Talking about us, and I've said Tommy Tallarico was a narcissist, but Mike Matei could give him lessons.
I've never watched any Mike Matei videos.
Oh man, that guy's intolerable.
He's intolerable? You don't like Mike Matei?
I don't like Mike Matei. He's a laughing idiot.
Carl don't like a lot of people.
Carl hates everybody.
My subscription list is actually very, very small.
All right, wait. Who do you hate more, Carl, before Tony steps in? Who do you hate more? Do you hate Mike Matei or Uyamiko?
I don't hate Uyamiko. It's just I don't like what he did to me last night is all. I mean,
right.
I don't like it when people interrupt me like that. And it kind of started with Vito, to be honest.
Damn it, Vito. It's always going back to that guy. Get that guy out of here.
I can't, it just, I have very few buttons to press, but, whoa.
That's one of them, huh?
He was so pissed. I was legit scared. I was like, oh shit. Is Carl gonna do something evil? It was crazy. You went from like 0 to 100 and then from 100 to 0 like almost instantaneously.
I don't stay mad at most people for long. I really don't.
It was
I don't have the energy to.
It really was.
My
I really don't.
From that.
For real. The spider sense.
I really don't stay mad at people for long, usually at least.
That's all good. It's good to know, though. It's good to know.
Chappie McChapster says Cesar Romero was such a badass that he wouldn't shave his mustache and just made them paint makeup over. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Arioka said Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
Mark
only
Hamill.
as a voice actor. Only as a voice actor. But
I
I'm
think
talking
he should
about
get a
like,
chance
for
to play.
movies. I'm okay with that. I'm
I
cool
would
with
love
that.
to see him get that chance. He could
Hey,
play
go
the
for it.
Joker in the Ben Affleck Batman.
Ooh.
Is that
That could be
Batman
good.
still coming out?
I don't think it's coming out.
No, well, it's over.
But since Ben Affleck is playing an older Batman, Mark Hamill's already older. Give him an older
Right.
Joker.
Right. Isn't the Flash movie supposed to change all like Flash? There's supposed to be a Flashpoint that changes the entire DC.
Yeah, and then like gonna connect all the DC movies or some shit. I don't know.
Jesus, they have no idea what they're doing over there. Let them just come on over to Marvel.
Yeah,
You sign yourself over to Marvel. You guys don't know what you're doing.
yeah.
Although
Jim
I can't wait
Tudor-
for the Aquaman.
Jim Tudor agrees Mark Hamill should get to be the Joker to make up for Last Jedi.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I agree.
Rhea says she likes Vito and Uyumiko.
I don't hate Vito no Yamiko. Just I just told Yamiko this morning. I said it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's
Oh, for real? You made up already?
yeah.
Okay.
I told you I don't say mad at most people for long. I don't have the energy to.
You definitely didn't. No, the way you went back from 100 to 0, that was just as scary as you going from 100 from 0 to 100.
Yeah, I was a little worried myself.
I don't get mad. That's what makes us off enough. That's what makes it so scary.
I thought Carl was gonna be like, you know what, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go visit Uyumiko.
For real.
I wouldn't use any.
Terminator, I'm putting on the shades.
I mean, I would love to tell them what I would have probably have done, but you know how it is on the internet and the feds listening and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, they're recording everything you say right now.
Yes, plausible deniability, bitches. Plausible deniability.
Carl didn't do it. Free Carl.
We're gonna move on from Carl's insanity.
Sure.
To talk about even more Disney Plus stuff.
Now wait a minute. I am not insane because I know the definition of insanity, and I defy the definition. So I'm not insane.
All right, I didn't call you insane. Don't get mad at me, Carl. Take it easy.
Take it easy, Carl. Relax.
Relax.
All right. So what's the next one?
The next one is Echo, who's going to be introduced in the Hawkeye series first. So
the Dolphin video game?
No.
All right.
It's Maya Lopez. She's deaf, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's basically like a female Daredevil, except for she's deaf instead of blind.
Right. And she used to be like a hitman that worked for Kingpin. So we're probably going to get a lot of Kingpin out of that too. And I think it's D'Onofrio too, isn't it?
They didn't say. Everybody's assuming that, but they haven't actually officially come out and said that, as far as I know.
Okay.
This isn't coming out for a while. I don't even think they have a release date on it yet. No. But it's starring some actress I've never heard of, Aqua Cox.
Sounds like a porn star name.
It does.
Aqua Cox.
I got to look it up off screen. Another tab.
Yeah, it's her own spin-off series. Okay. We'll have to see.
Not too good.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get the hand back. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, not much in the Echo the Dolphin would definitely be in. So Echo the Dolphin should definitely be in the MCU.
Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, we don't play Echo. Every time I play it, I get like, this claustrophobia that just washes over me.
It's just it's a weird game to play.
I just stay on the first screen and jump in and out of the water for like 10 minutes. Then I'm all echoed out.
You don't go deeper? You're supposed to go deeper into the dark regions and see the aliens and see all the creepy stuff and
I know,
swim away from sharks and stuff. So boring. The music didn't get you?
No.
I guess the music put you to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm in that camp with Tony.
Isn't there? Wait, time out. Isn't there supposed to be an Echo game on the Amico?
No.
No, is it
No,
like a
there's a
dolphin
shark
game, like
shark.
Dolphin Quest or something?
Yeah.
There's a
game called-
shark game, and there is a shark Nintendo Switch game.
No,
Ah.
he's talking about Dolphin Quest.
Dolphin.
is-
Oh yeah.
For
That's
those who
right.
don't know, Dolphin Quest is being made by Ed Annunziati, who is the man behind Echo the Dolphin. But unfortunately, Ed and Sega had entered a legal battle over the name Echo. And seeing as Ed's Kickstarter, the Big Blue, was not called Echo, we could assume that Sega won that.
Oh yeah, they trounced him probably.
It was settled behind closed doors, so there's no.
Good is all I got to say about it.
You know
I
what's
remember how the
ironic?
last.
No, go for it.
I
bro.
remember how the
My bad.
last Shenmue went out, so I don't want another Echo the Dolphin.
But
Are you done with Echo?
The Dolphin Quest game, as described by Tommy Tellerico, sounds more like a underwater version of the Lost Vikings, if you remember that game.
Oh wow.
Because he said
Yeah, I
there's going to
remember
be
it.
4 different characters, and each going to have their own abilities. That's going to help you solve puzzles.
Okay, so a play together game. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that premise. I don't know.
The way he described it, he was like, one is going to be like small, so it could fit through places. One might be, he kept using the word might, so it almost sounds like the game has no solid plan in place.
Right. It's just a name for right now. Let's just
It's
put
just
it that
like
way.
a theoretical thing that they're coming up with.
Jesus.
There's only one problem with that game.
Everything?
Kids are going to figure out how to antagonize each other with the dolphins.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
It's going to be one of those games, definitely, where you're like, Grandma, swim through the hole.
Swim through the hole,
I
Grandma.
can swim through the hole, Grandma. Give me this.
Hurry up. Do it faster. Yeah. Give me the control. Let me do it. Right.
Damn old bitch.
Or better yet, Mom, he's hitting my dolphin in the butt with his nose.
Jesus.
They'll probably make it so the 2 dolphins can't hit each other, Carl.
That's all right. We're sticking to cornhole now. We're just gonna play cornhole. Turn the Dolphin Quest game off.
But yeah, so the Echo series, I guess it all depends on what happens in Hawkeye. It could be good. If they do it like Daredevil, I could see it being a decent series. I'm not really familiar too much with the character.
I'm not either, but I know for a fact that she has a lot to do with the hand, if you know about them.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to get a lot of that. Obviously, if they keep talking about Kingpin being in Hawkeye, he's probably hired her out to kill Hawkeye. And in some point of the story, she probably gets screwed over by Kingpin and decides to go off on her own or something. So we're probably going to see a lot of that too. And it's all in Hell's Kitchen. So shout outs to New York City.
Yeah. We might get a Echo Elektra fight.
Yeah. See, Elektra. That's right.
The new assassin replacing the old assassin.
Or assassin.
Ass. Yeah.
Assassin, baby.
Assassin.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, there's no release date. Not much information about it, but it sounds good in theory. Because Marvel was just they were just announcing shows left and right yesterday or the other day.
Yeah, I'm seeing the list. What's this Spider-Man freshman year all about?
We were just about to hit that.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right.
I don't want to talk about.
You want to talk about
Spider-Man, Carl?
Oh my!
I don't want to talk about Brokey Man.
Ah, you're breaking my heart over here.
Brokey Man. He can't afford a garbage can.
Damn it, Carl.
It's going to be an animated series following Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU. So I'm not sure, because it's animated, I'm not sure if this is going to be canon to the MCU. But I guess it's going to take place before Civil War. You know, when he had that homemade costume.
Yeah, I could see that. They should make him Amazing Bagman and put like a bag over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Baggy
All right.
man.
Baggy
Baggy
man.
man. He's so broke he can only afford a trash bag.
It should be a paper bag, honestly, but cash bag works too.
So.
Oh, also, did you see that sweatshirt on there? That Grinch shirt?
Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus.
Show's looking at all the ads.
Yeah, looking at the merch.
This one, the next one we're going to talk about is I Am Groot. I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Pass.
Pass.
I don't even know what it's about, Carl.
Carl don't care. He's already done.
It says the series of shorts follows Baby Groot's glory days growing up, I guess. Everybody loves
guess.
Baby Groot. Come on.
Everybody likes
Look how
Baby
cute
Groot.
he is.
Yeah, he sells a lot of toys.
Yeah, they killed him in the first film.
No, they killed adult Groot. That's why he became Baby Groot.
Well, shouldn't he be
okay.
teenager
All
Groot right now?
It could be kind of interesting then.
So I guess they're going to
It could be kind of interesting then.
from when he was a baby to when he becomes teenager.
I guess all before Rocket Raccoon, I guess.
No, from my understanding, it's going to be, you know, at the end of the second Guardians, he's a teenager.
Oh, yes.
So it's going to be that in between the ending or whatever.
Oh, so it may actually be hilarious.
Yeah, because it's just going to be
It could be cool. I'm actually interested in that one then.
Yeah, the series of shorts follows Baby Groot's glory days growing up and getting into trouble.
Into
among
trouble.
The
There you go. There you go.
So that should be good. That's going to be one of those things where people are going to talk about, and all the women are going to want little Baby Groot merchandise.
And that's my dad always said. Says out of the reach of children is only a myth.
What the hell?
I don't.
You have officially stumped Tony.
Yeah.
Apparently, I always got into trouble as a kid. So
we're gonna have
Carl
a Baby
the Legend
Groot versus Baby Yoda fight.
So I was just about to say they replacing Baby Yoda with Baby Groot over here. Interesting.
I actually do have a Baby Yoda shirt.
Do you?
Oh yeah, it was a gift from my aunt.
He was the hotness. Then they got rid of him from the Star Wars series.
Well, they didn't get rid of him. They're putting him on ice. Like Luke is training him to be like a master Jedi. He's gonna come back a superhero. Don't worry.
Then we got another show coming out. I think there's another animated one.
Hmm.
Ironheart.
Baby Yoda, the baby that keeps on eating
Baby
babies.
Yoda.
No,
The baby that keeps on eating babies.
Dominique Thorne stars as Riri Williams, a genius inventor who creates the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
I
I mean, it's not the
and
same
see.
as the comic. Yeah, I thought Riri Williams was supposed to show up in the new upcoming Black Panther movie. So she's just getting her own show off of this, or what?
Yeah, there's not much known about it. I'm not sure if this is I don't think it's animated. The first announcement, people were saying it was going to be an animated show, but I'm not seeing it here. So I guess it might actually be live action. I believe Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back in like a holographic form to sort of mentor Riri Williams.
Yeah,
he's going to act as her Jarvis, basically.
Right. His mental, at least in the comics, that's what he does for a bit. He basically loses his brain, loses his mind, or whatever, and acts as Jarvis for her, or at least like a fabrication of Tony Stark. Like tells her what to do, tries to keep her like on the straight and narrow because she's obviously a growing college child while also being a superhero. So that may also be interesting too.
Yeah, I'm wondering though. If maybe the Iron Lad rumors are completely false and they'll slip Ironheart into the Young Avengers in lieu of an Iron Lad.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Because I don't see them having two teenage Iron Man type superheroes.
Right. Maybe. I thought there was also supposed to be like an Armor Wars that's coming out too. She could be part of that and hang out with Rhodey all day.
Yeah, that's another possibility. Or maybe Rhodey will end up being her mentor.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Well, she can't because she's too busy hanging around Brokey Man.
With Brokey Man?
Brokey Man?
Lord
Brokey
have
Man.
mercy.
All right.
You should write it down. You're gonna have to make you have
I'm
to
going to
create
write that
song
as
out
a
of it.
song one
There
day.
you go. We're gonna put it together.
And this next one is sure to be a hit with my man Show.
Yep. Go
This
for
is
it.
the one he's been waiting for. Because his girl Catherine Hahn is coming back.
God bless. That's
And,
my my wife. Yes, Agatha. It was Agatha all along, I swear. So what's going on
Agatha
with
House
this?
of Harkness.
Oh yes. God bless her. The most beautiful, beautiful actress on Marvel right now. All bias.
It's going to say it's going to reveal more about the character first introduced in Marvel's WandaVision. Jack Schaefer, who served as head writer and executive producer of WandaVision, returns for Agatha House of Harkness.
Love it.
Not much else is known. A lot of teaser. Now, in the comics, Agatha Harkness did start off as a villain
Mm-hmm.
briefly. Then she became the babysitter for the Fantastic Four.
Right, for baby Franklin.
Yeah. And then there was a time where I believe in the town of Salem, she was helping stop the Salem 7 from taking over the world. So it might end up incorporating some of that in there.
Okay. I wonder if they're going to somehow make her older because she's definitely way older in the comics.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Or at least her image is that of a much older lady. So we'll have to see.
Maybe the MCU is going to avoid old ladies. I mean, they made Aunt May, who's like an old ass lady.
Right? And she's like the youngest right now.
So
Jeez.
maybe
She
they
could
say,
have a
"You know what?"
rocket. She could have rocket propelled walker.
Yeah. I know that they said that the Madam Web spinoff is also not going to have an old woman. Rather,
They're
they're going
doing
to do
Madam
the young
Web.
version.
Jesus. All right, yeah,
So-
maybe Marvel has too many things coming out, man. I'm gonna need them to slow down.
Maybe like they don't want ageism, violence against old people. So like, you know what? Let's just make them younger. Oh yeah, you know what? Tommy Miko's right. I forgot about Madame Gao.
Madam Gao, yeah. Oh wow.
She was a badass though. She was whooping ass.
I mean, they could always make Madam Web a cougar.
That's what Agatha is. That's a show's cougar.
You damn right. Don't touch my Agatha.
And she did. She cleaned up nicely. She was looking a little chubby before, but then she was looking nice in
She was.
WandaVision.
Yes, she was. Snapping her fingers and manipulating everybody from behind the scenes. Behind the director's chair, making Wanda go crazy. What a sexy woman. Oh my God.
56K warning says they should recast Luke. I'm assuming he's talking about Luke Skywalker.
I know the perfect guy, Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried.
It would be great.
Carl, you just hate Star Wars that much, don't you?
Jesus.
Because I imagine in my head all those whiny Star Wars fans bitching and moaning on YouTube.
Why would you want that though? You don't want them to bitch and moan.
Because the
keep
stuff
them
that they usually complain about is so stupid.
They do complain about a lot of shit though. If it's
See,
not the
thank
original
you.
trilogy, they start to go crazy. Not even to speak of the first of the prequel, the first movie. They love to
Phantom
go nuts
Menace?
over that. Yeah, Phantom Menace. Oh my God. It's like they ain't
I
never
love
heard
Phantom
politics
Menace.
before.
I liked Phantom Menace. I thought it was a very fun movie.
Ooh,
And then I watched huh?
Reyes says Norman Reedus,
Norman Reedus.
for Ghost Rider.
over Nicolas Cage. Bring back Nick. But Norman Reedus
Bring
would be a
back
good
Nick.
actor, though.
Bring back Nick.
We all about Nick.
Norman Reedus for which one though, Rhea? For Danny Keach or for what the hell's the other one? Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze?
Yeah. Because Johnny Blaze is the original Ghost Rider.
Right.
And then Danny Ketch was the one in the 90s. And now we got the Hispanic Ghost Rider. What the hell's his name?
Oh, God. Forgot his name, actually.
So is his vehicle of choice a plane or a boat?
No, it's a Chevy.
It's a Chevy. It's a motorcycle.
Oh.
No, the Mexican Ghost Rider has a car.
Oh, he has a car? Woo! I got to watch that. Is it a lowrider at least?
I believe it is.
Oh, okay, tricked out. I'm all about it.
He was actually in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that guy. That guy. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. Okay.
Damn, let me take a look. Huh, I'll have to catch up on it. It's been a while since I've read some Ghost Rider. I guess that's their way of bringing back Mephisto, if anything, because they keep trying to like shove Mephisto into some story here.
Well, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he gets his powers from another Ghost Rider that's supposed to be the Nicolas Cage version, but it's not really expressly said.
Terrible. They should have just brought Nick in.
Well, that's probably because of licensing.
Yeah, they just basically show the like another Ghost Rider, but he has the bullet holes like the Nicolas Cage one had.
Mm.
And then that's it. I think in the comics he doesn't get his powers from Mephisto. I think he gets his powers from his uncle's ghost or some shit like that.
Ah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm reading up on the fandom on it.
Even in the comics though, the original Ghost Rider got his powers from the devil before Mephisto existed. So he's got that nice badass car, and he's got dual chains.
Dual chains, dual flaming chains. I love it. Oh, also, Luke said that Roberto Reyes is the Mexican Ghost Rider. Oh shit, yo,
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's boss mode right there.
Yeah. How fifth Ghost Rider? Is he the fifth? Canonically?
Fifth. Okay. Damn. That spirit of vengeance is getting around.
Because I know they had a comic where they had a Ghost Rider from like 10,000 BC, which was stupid as fuck. And they got one in the future from like the 31st century has a Ghost Rider.
Remember that
and for
one.
a little while, there was a character that was called Ghost Rider, but he was just basically a guy in a white sheet riding a horse.
Well, yeah. Well, Ghost Rider.
Poser.
Yeah. A poser. He's probably the OG.
Yeah,
and
now they call him Phantom Rider.
Phantom Rider. Makes sense.
A guy. Now wait a minute. A guy wearing a white sheet and riding a horse. Doesn't that sound familiar to you people?
Yeah,
well,
I'm avoiding.
We were trying to avoid that, bro. We're trying to avoid it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, and then Reyes says that they literally said Ghost Ride the Whip in the trailers in the early aughts. So I guess they put that actually together.
Wow.
Terrible. Song's actually pretty cool though. Damn it, Carl. Damn it, Carl. We must go back to that.
Tommy Uyamiko, white sheet riding a horse, birth of a nation vibes.
Christ. We're blaming you, Carl, for that one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, Uyamiko says he wants a new Howard the Duck movie.
Howard the Duck.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Okay, sure. That's so bad. It's funny.
We got two more Marvel things to get through.
Oh no!
Sure.
All right.
I think they should announce more. There's not enough. It's never enough Marvel.
Give them 12 more. We'll have more Marvel.
It's going to be Marvel Zombies. A new generation of heroes battle against the ever-spreading zombie scourge. It's an animated series.
Pass.
I am actually with Carl. Pass.
Pass.
So you're not interested in this at all? You didn't think the
We're
Zombies
brothers
episode
and
of What If
zombie
was good?
hating. We're brothers and zombie hating and
In
zombie
everything.
hating.
Yes, and zombies in everything. Everything.
Oh
zombies.
man, I hate zombies.
Terrible stuff.
I don't know. Zombies
You
with
can't
superpowers.
fuck them, then you'd be a
not good for me.
necrophile.
No
You don't think-
necrophilia.
You
No
don't think
zombie
superhero
feeling. Get it
zombies
outta
is
here.
interesting, Carl?
They're the most they're one of the most overused things in fiction.
Zombies should have been thrown into What If. There was actually a zombies episode on What If.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what I would like to see. I would actually like to see a zombie superhero. Not
you're gonna
the
get a ton of
zombie as
Marvel
a
zombies.
villain.
Oh,
They-
okay.
they
You're
have
gonna
a
get some of
zombie
that too.
superhero,
Yeah.
Carl. Do you want to know what the zombie superhero's name is?
Sure, go for it.
The Zombie.
I knew it. I knew it.
There's actually like 3 different zombie superheroes. If you count a mummy as a zombie, there's
Mhm.
actually a mummy superhero in Marvel.
I don't think.
Is Frankenstein considered a zombie? Because there's like 2
No,
Frankensteins.
no, he is not considered a zombie. No.
Well, Spawn is technically a zombie, so you got Spawn.
What do you consider
Spawn is a
zombie,
zombie. Frankenstein isn't a zombie because he was he was reanimated. His whole body functions.
Mm-mm.
Not his whole body. I don't think he uses the bathroom.
No, he's a fully animated person. I read the book.
Oh, also the Spectre in DC Comics. He's technically a zombie, or I guess like a spirit or whatever. But he did get
Ghost.
murdered way back when. A ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't think of any others. Shit.
But I think they're gonna have a Werewolf by Night series,
Oof.
and he's heavily connected to the Marvel zombie character.
I remember hearing about this one. I would watch it.
So Anthony wanted to ask us, isn't a vampire a zombie kinda?
No.
They don't have a heartbeat, they just
Well-
drink blood and not eat brains.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
In a way, yeah, reanimated because you got to die before you become reborn as
Unless
a
it
vampire.
really depends on what fiction you're using. Like the
MCU.
Japanimation Trinity Blood. Then no, I mean if none of their body is functioning, then yeah, zombie.
You ever watch that old the real Ghostbusters cartoon, Carl?
Oof.
I did.
You ever see the episode where the vampires fight the werewolves?
Oh, I love that episode.
And then like the werewolves bite the vampires, so they turn into
The vampires bite the werewolves
Yeah.
and they become
vampires.
They're vampire werewolves.
No, they just keep changing. Like the one side is vampires, and like say the left is vampires and the right is werewolves, and then they start fighting, and then all of a sudden the left becomes werewolves and the right becomes vampires. They keep turning each other into the other thing.
Oh my god.
and then
They
they
get
destroy
werewolves
the
out of there,
bridge so they can't cross.
Yeah, they just leave. They basically the Ghostbusters leave the town with them fighting each other. Like, don't worry about it.
Let them destroy each other. We'll be back. Oh,
They
Reyes-
can't huh?
No, you go first, bro. You get it.
I said they can't cross the bridge because they destroyed it. So yeah,
Yeah,
not
vampires
really a
can't
whole
cross
lot to worry
any
about.
water.
They tore down the bridge. It's over. No more crossing.
Yeah, because in traditional vampire mythology, vampires can't cross running water,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
which
And
makes
they
no
did
sense.
have a vampire episode later at some point where they were helping the vampire.
So if a vampire comes at you, start pissing. They can't cross the stream to bite them.
Oh,
said.
that's
I'm
all.
being right here. Get out of the way. Terrible, terrible.
So neither one of you are interested in the zombies, huh?
Nah, get the zombies out of here.
Wait,
Tired of
so
zombies.
in other words, no vampire can go after R. Kelly.
Woo! Jesus! Carl. No, but actually, that's kind of true. Also, fuck R. Kelly, too, man. I love his music, but he done ruined everything. I can't even listen to his music anymore without feeling dirty.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Terrible stuff.
Yeah, but I had to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we've been to listening to his music.
I had to do it.
Yeah, we got to listen anyways. It's just too good. Nah, get him out of here. Put him on the zombie train.
All right, the last Marvel show announced was Secret Invasion,
Shout outs to Secret Invasion.
which is going to be weird.
Yeah.
Okay, before we begin, I want to answer Luke Skywalker's question. Yes, as far as I can remember from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the whole body was fully animated.
That's the question.
He basically built a fully human out of spare parts.
So what you're saying is Igor was digging up bodies looking for an acceptable.
Well, he didn't have an Igor. He didn't have an Igor. He was kind of by himself. No. You're talking about the movie.
No, I'm talking about
the
Dr.
book.
Frankenstein. Basically,
I'm talking about the original book.
Well, how did they get the bodies in the original book, Carl?
Well, he went after them himself.
Right. So the doctor had to go looking for an acceptable dong to put on his Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He had to make sure it matched up, was the right size, not too big, not too small.
I mean, I would guess. Yeah, it's the one thing that Mary Shelley really never elaborated on.
Make sure the balls were even. They didn't,
I mean, I guess it's a guy building a guy, so probably it would.
Guy building.
I don't know. It's really, I don't know. That's one thing they never talked about.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about Frankenstein's junk before. So you could just kick him in the junk and
I never really cared that much
off.
about Frankenstein after reading the book.
I know the Wolfman has narts because in Monster Squad they do kick the Wolfman.
Oh yeah,
nuts.
Wolfmen definitely have werewolves definitely have genitals. So,
Robo Blue says I never saw Young Frankenstein. No, I haven't. I've never seen that movie. I've heard of it. Yeah, Tommy Amico, Wolfman's got nards. Monster Squad is an excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it with the kids. It's a great movie.
Jesus,
it is a good movie. Yeah.
Hold on.
Have you never seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I guess I have to watch it. It's a kids movie.
You never seen Monster Squad?
No, never seen it.
The premise of the movie is basically it's a group of kids who are really into like monster movies and stuff. And they call themselves the Monster Squad.
Okay.
But then they meet an actual Frankenstein monster because Dracula and the Mummy and they all exist. And so basically they befriend Frankenstein and have a little silly adventures or whatever.
Okay.
Doing kid stuff. But then the shit hits the fan because Dracula's been biting the town and trying to destroy the world as he does.
It's taking over Transylvania.
No, it's taking over like Milwaukee or some shit.
Oh, Milwaukee. Okay, from Transylvania to Milwaukee.
Because what they do is they end up it's like a museum or something. Like bought the castle and like he comes back to life on the plane ride. Like it's weird, but you gotta watch it.
Okay.
Because there's a big epic battle where they're like fighting the monsters because they know so much about monsters. They're like, oh, I know how to kill the werewolf and I know how to do this.
Right, stake them. Yep. Okay.
The best because they're actually in the movie. They argue about how to kill a werewolf. And the one kid's like, well, there's two ways. A silver bullet.
Silver bullet.
They're like, they can't decide what the other way is. Then they actually blow up the Wolfman in the movie.
So they did something completely different from everything.
And then his body actually comes back together.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch it.
Monster Squad was one of those that I first watched as an adult. I didn't really enjoy. Maybe you have to have nostalgia for it. Yeah, it's not a great movie. It's one of those. Like,
Oh
when you're
no,
a
it's
kid,
definitely not a great movie, but it's a good movie.
So rate it from A to F.
a
Give
C,
us a
a
C.
strong
Okay.
C.
Yeah, a strong C, right up there with Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Now that I've
Oh,
seen.
don't even talk about that movie, Carl. That
That
gave
movie's
Max
ridiculous.
nightmares.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
Damn! Shout outs to Max though. Protect him.
No, wait, he didn't get his fear of clowns from watching Stephen King's It.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
we didn't watch it. We didn't expose him to that. But I was like, oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a silly movie. You know, they're turning people into cotton candy and
Mhm.
no,
And
it's
sucking the
not.
blood juices out of him.
And no, it gave him nightmares.
But did he just like scream and run out of the room, or what? Or is
No,
he?
he watched the whole thing, but
Oh, he watched the entire. Jesus.
so every once in a while when I walk by his room, I'll go do 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 do.
What a villain!
You're a bad dad.
You're a bad dad. Awful Poppy.
I'm a funny dad.
Jesus. Oh yeah, Killer Clowns is a 100% stoner movie. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I didn't get him high enough.
What?
I mean, high at
Stoner
all.
movie. Yeah, I would agree with it. Killer Clowns is a stoner movie.
That it is. Hold on, pause. Are we supposed to be talking about Secret Invasion? What's going on with this show?
We don't know much. We know that Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn are coming back.
Okay.
It's going to be a crossover event based on the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand where they're going to go with this because in the comics, the Skrulls are bad guys.
Right, and they're good in this one.
Yeah, they're good in this, unless they're going to claim that there's like a faction of Skrulls that are bad or some shit. You know, not all Skrulls. Hashtag not all Skrulls.
Not all Skrulls, yeah, for real. I wonder if they're going to add Super Skrull to this too, because he was a very interesting character for Fantastic Four.
Hashtag Skrulls. Hashtag me too.
Scrolls me too. Shape shifting too.
It depends. I mean, there's like 30 different Super Skrulls now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the OG one, the one that took Fantastic Four's powers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because the OG one is based on the Fantastic Four.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see if they give him those powers, if he does show up, or if they just omit him and go over with a different Skrull.
With a different, that's true. And does it looks like Samuel L. They're just gonna not try to de-age him at all. They just gave him the full-on beard and everything. And your old man
Mr.
Nick,
Silence?
let's figure it out.
Mr. Silence says something
Mr. Silence.
bomb. I'm not good with emojis. I haven't
Left
played
arrow,
emoji
bomb, fire, star, smiley.
Yeah, I didn't even get a smiley on my screen. I just got a box at the end.
You got a box. Shout outs to boxes.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Silence? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this, how they're going to handle it. Not much is known. Good for Samuel L. Jackson coming back.
For
That'll be
real.
interesting. But are they going to have Super Skrulls who have superpowers pretending to be other heroes?
Well, that's essentially I was going to say that's essentially the plot, isn't it? They should be able to shapeshift to another superhero down to like the DNA. So they would have powers and everything.
Well, that's not how it worked in the comics exactly.
Okay.
Because in the comics, they can shapeshift into anybody, anybody's appearance, but they don't have any powers. So they actually had to kidnap a bunch of superheroes and do experiments on them,
right?
Before they could create superhuman powers.
So
and that's why.
All right, keep going. My bad.
I was gonna say that's why only certain Skrulls have are Super Skrulls with superhuman abilities.
So, do you think that Secret Invasion may be more of like an espionage James Bond type of movie?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we might get where they're actually just impersonating like presidents and world leaders or something like that.
Right.
Although they might introduce Hulkling in the series,
true,
because he is another young Avenger. He's a scroll that sort of shapeshifts into a Hulk like figure.
Right.
So I'm assuming they'll probably have him come out in this.
That should be interesting. Doesn't he have like a legendary sword or something like that as well?
I believe.
Yeah, interesting character.
And I think he dates Wiccan.
Yeah, he dates Wiccan. Yeah.
So
And they get married and everything, if I recall correctly.
do they?
I think so, if I recall correctly. Huh. It's been a while.
You interested in this one, Carl? Is this something that you're gonna sit down and watch?
The invasion one? Nah.
Damn it, Carl. What are you gonna watch, Carl?
I don't watch that much TV, believe it or not.
Oh no. So you're not gonna watch anything on this lineup?
I might watch She-Hulk just to see how bad it ends up being. Believe it or not, I usually watch reruns of old British sitcoms.
I don't think there's anything that would match up to an old British sitcom here, though. Maybe Moon Knight.
I just don't have I'm too lazy to launch the Disney Plus app.
Shout outs to the app. Oh goodness.
Carl.
If they had a better way to stream the stuff on Roku, I probably would watch it more often.
Damn it, Carl. There's so much new stuff there, Carl. You have to find something.
So nothing on Disney Plus. Nothing about this series.
I usually watch reruns of old Disney cartoons as well. Mom tried to get me to watch the Cruella movie, and it just,
Yeah, Cruella movie was kind of good though.
It was alright from what I saw, but I don't like spin-offs.
You don't like spin-offs?
Spin-offs, I've never liked a spin-off I've ever seen.
The Secret Invasion might also have the scroll that posed as Captain Marvel from the comics show up.
Oh,
I know they said that they wanted a male Captain Marvel to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be the way that they do that.
That could be interesting.
Cruella.
How you gonna sing the Cruella DeVille song and then say the show isn't that good?
I like them. I like the animated movies. So
okay. Well, that's okay.
I actually kind of converted it to the Amico too. Yeah, well, sort of, just a few lines. So
we have to make a full song out of it.
I threw the idea at Tommy Amico once, but oh well, whatever. What's it like, Tommy? Let's see here. Tallarica DeVille, man. I'm telling you, that dude needs a chill pill.
Actually.
You know what I would be actually pretty cool as far as Secret Invasion?
What would
they introduce the Squadron Supreme.
What's that?
Squadron Supreme.
That way we could see the DC heroes, or the Marvel versions of the DC heroes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could have the Avengers kick their ass.
You just want them to just get their shit pushed in by the Avengers, right?
Hell yeah, because DC sucks.
Lord,
Luke says he watched Secret Invasion on the Hub. Is this a sequel to that one? I believe you watched Secret Invasion of the Cornhole. This is not a sequel. Chappie McChesney says Blackadder kind of sounds like an MCU movie. There's actually a villain called Blackadder. It's part of the Serpent Society.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest. Invasion of the Cornhole kind of sounds like a gay porn flick.
Damn it, Carl.
Carl, you're saying the quiet part out loud again.
We gotta throw pies at him.
We'll be okay.
Hit him with the pie.
And that was everything announced Marvel on Disney Plus for Disney Plus Day. I think there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm definitely excited about Moon Knight, Agatha, House of Harkness.
Mhm.
What If season 2, not so much. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk definitely, and of course X-Men '97.
For sure.
Too bad we
I
gotta wait.
want X-Men 97.
There you go. You can watch that, Carl. X-Men
Yeah.
97 and Marvel Zombies.
And
Ew.
don't forget Baby Groot.
Baby Groot. I bet Baby Groot ends up being the best show out of all of these shows. In movies, rather.
Yeah, he's gonna be fucking memed and gifted all over the place.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Uh,
Now, as for me, probably X-Men 97, Agatha, Ironheart, actually, and Secret Invasion.
yeah.
So
I want
we'll
the
see.
Baby Groot. I want the Baby Groot series to do lots of social media interaction.
Oh, that's for free.
No. I mean, of Baby Groot doing social media.
Oh, like texting and everything?
Yeah,
Hopping on Twitter?
yeah, or the
Jesus.
equivalent thereof.
Whatever the MCU version of Space Twitter is.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what? If they would have space canceled Thanos, they could have avoided the whole Infinity War.
It could have happened. You never know. It's one of these alternative universes or alternate universes.
Yeah, just be like, hey, how come when you killed half the population of that planet, it was mostly the women?
Oh, Jesus. That probably happened too,
Hashtag cancel Thanos.
actually. Cancel Thanos. I'm typing it right now. I'm going to send it on Twitter to my 200 followers. Also, shout outs to Ryan for following your boy. I seen it. Thank you for following your boy on Twitter. But,
You know who followed me on Twitter yesterday?
who followed you on Twitter?
Genovi.
Oh, shout outs to Genovi.
Oh.
Yesterday, he did not want to go to sleep. He was just up texting in his bed and everything. He's like, I love these guys. The Amico crowd is awesome.
He was knee deep in the Amico talk yesterday. I was
real?
surprised. People didn't actually think it was the real Genovi. They're like, that's not the real Genovi. I was like,
I mean,
well,
y'all didn't think that was the real me, so
Like, is that the real Carl? I don't know. Say something that only Carl would say.
yeah.
Sure enough.
Say something crazy. Wait, was that Carl crazy or just regular crazy? Hold on.
For real.
But yeah, I mean, with everybody, with all the bullshit going on, I don't blame people. And YouTube getting rid of the ability to click on names in the fucking chat.
if you really want to test it, see if it's me, just ask the imposter who just ask his opinion on the Treaty of Versailles.
Care to answer it?
Oh yeah, sure, it was one of the many reasons which they allowed Hitler to become leader of Germany.
Leader of Germany. Yep.
So therefore, it's the fault of the French. See?
Oh no. Or I'll keep it in my back pocket next time you're demodded, I guess, and we have to figure you out.
Well,
And make sure you're not a scroll.
Stop deleting your channel and changing channels.
For real.
We don't have to worry about it.
One channel only for you, sir.
Well, that's all the Marvel topics we had. Carl's not a big Marvel fan. We didn't have a robust conversation, only a 2-hour convo.
Only. Was it all arguing on She-Hulk though? Tell me it
No,
was
not
just
all
that.
of it.
Okay.
That was, I think that was the brunt of it. The majority of Carl
Makes
telling
sense.
us he wanted death by snoo.
God bless you, Carl.
Thanks.
You're the best. You're the best thing about everything right now. Death by snooze.
I doubt that.
Did we talk about Hitler yet?
No.
No.
Thank God.
Carl worked
I
in
just-
the Birth of a Nation reference, though. So
Jesus. Close enough.
No. That was Tommy Uyamiko. I had honestly forgotten about Birth of a Nation, to be honest.
Jesus.
I didn't find out that they actually had the audacity to remake that movie.
I didn't know that.
I saw that. I thought, what the hell is that? Did they actually remake that? So,
If you can hear that clicking, that is my jaw.
Okay, no problem.
Uh, Sometimes it makes a clicking noise until I finally am able to crack it. So apologies.
It's all good. You gotta crack your neck, couple of swallows, and we're good.
Yeah, Saggy was complaining about it. I said I was swallowing too hard.
Just swallowing too hard. Tony, you're swallowing too hard. What's going on? Stop drinking the water. All right, Saggy, it's okay. We know this because we listen to Tony all the time.
yeah, it's not that big
there
a
it is.
deal.
No, it really isn't.
Since you joined us late, show, we didn't get to hear about your week. How's your week been?
Week has been good, bro. I've been doing the eBay, working on my next YouTube video, just chilling for the most part. I don't know. I'm starting to take YouTube a little bit more serious, so I'm getting really, really deep into learning how to do a lot of video editing. So it's been pretty fun and exciting.
To Anthony's question, I'm tone deaf.
Are you?
Really, really tone deaf.
Are you though?
Oh yeah, I have a terrible singing voice. I can't recognize a note if one came up and bit me in the ass. So
sing something for us right now. Right now.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Huh?
Apple bottom jeans. Go ahead, Carl.
Jesus.
All right. Let's work on that Cruella Amico song.
Go for it.
Tallarica DeVille, man, I am telling you, the dude needs a chill pill.
You're not tone deaf.
Sounds good to me.
I have a terrible singing voice, so.
Hey, Amico says he has auto-tune.
Yeah.
He put you on blast on the 808. It'd be good.
I mean,
For those of you that don't know, Show does have a YouTube channel where he does great content, and
appreciate it.
He's made a sort of an unofficial challenge, saying that he was going to beat me to 1,000 subs.
I'm doing it, brother. I'm doing it. Beating you to 1,000.
So I might have to start taking this a little more serious, guys.
You should, bro. Do it.
And with that
it's a way of getting you monetized.
Show has volunteered to be the first victim of sort of an interview series that we're going to do here on the channel.
Sounds good.
So we're going to probably set that up. What do you think? Tuesday, Wednesday? What's good for you, Show?
This Tuesday, Wednesday? Jesus, very soon. Let me see. What's going on? Tuesday should be fine. Wednesday should be good. Yeah, either or. You pick it. Let me know. But it can't be like 50 hours. It has to be like an hour, 2 hours at best.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I mean, it's up to your answers. I mean, that's I'm not going to cut you off if you get into a good conversation.
That's true.
Misinformation with the geek.
Misinformation. That's a great title. Misinformation.
How about Mr. Information?
If I was a chick, I would be able to go by the name Misinformation.
Who else would you interview, though?
I have a few people that
got a few people. Okay,
I'll make some calls.
That's what's up, bro. Sounds good.
But I just got to figure out if I want to do that like weekly, monthly, bi-weekly. You can't rush them out too much. You gotta.
No, you really can't. Huh.
So what about you, Carl? What new YouTube ventures are you going to be working on?
You got me. I really haven't. I just for a moment, I'll never get to 1,000 subs. So
you don't know that
attitude.
Jesus, damn it, Carl. No ambition to get 1,000.
One thing that might help you is if you stop deleting all your videos.
I'm a perfectionist.
Luke says Carl's too busy with OnlyFans. That
Oh
is
yeah,
true.
my ass. I'll never do OnlyFans.
Are you sure, Carl? Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know. Sound like you've been on there. Luke seems to know.
Besides, adult entertainers are some of the laziest people in the world.
What?
I don't know
Have
if
you
I can
seen them
agree on that.
strippers on the pole? They don't
They're
look
so
lazy.
lazy they don't even file their taxes.
I don't know that for sure. I haven't met every single one.
Way I heard, they get quite a few of them got in trouble for that.
It does happen a lot.
Are you talking about the thought audit?
No, I
Is
mean the
that what
general
they call
tax audit.
Yeah, but how did you hear that? A bunch
The
of
thought
adults.
audit.
You didn't hear about the thought audit show?
I have no idea.
Oh, let me enlighten you. It was about maybe a year, 2 years ago.
Okay.
All the anti thoughts, they were mad about all the Twitch thoughts. So people decided they were going to start calling the IRS and informing them that people like Pokimane were getting all this money,
Oh, wow.
that presumably they might not be filing their taxes correctly.
Right.
And of course, the women in question were very upset that people were reporting them to the IRS.
But were they filing their taxes? I'm sure they were.
Presumably not entirely.
Oh, presumably not?
accurate.
Jesus.
Because I guess they were, I was getting tips. This tip doesn't count as income.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, it does.
It really does, especially if you're working.
Yeah, I know it does, but that was their argument. And I guess because technically, I think Twitch doesn't send any information to the IRS; they just kind of leave it up to you.
Hmm.
So presumably, some of them were skirting the law. So they were quite upset when
people actually tattletaled on them.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of her making money on that poll. I'm going to call it in. IRS, go get them.
I'd do it.
Those
I'd do it in
women's,
a heartbeat.
men's doing all that nastiness.
Because realistically, I mean, do you really think that like strippers are counting every single dollar and telling Uncle Sam?
Hell no, they're not doing that.
Well, it's actually kind of interesting because I do have a friend that does very well on OnlyFans and she pays her taxes. So I don't know. I think maybe it's an individual thing, but if Pokimane and all of these other larger people are not doing it, I guess it's not everybody.
I don't
But
feel
yeah.
sorry for any of them.
You don't feel
Ryoka
sorry for
says
any of them?
eBay money is not tax free. That is true.
No, it's very true. Even money from
Absolutely.
YouTube. Actually, I think if you make money on YouTube, they send you like a 1099, so you can't get away from it at all.
No, I know. Like AdSense, Google AdSense sends you a 1099 too.
Mm-hmm.
I hate 1099s.
Yes, me
pain in
too.
the ass. That's why I don't
Nobody
pay Carl anymore.
likes.
I want to save him from having to fill out the 1099.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Wesley Snipes vibes, yeah. We didn't call the FTC, Tommy Amico. I've never called the FTC. I've never called anybody.
So you can call the FTC on these people?
Nope.
You didn't do it? Okay.
Who
did it?
I think he's referring
I would.
to the Amico people.
I
just want to
would.
make it clear.
I wouldn't report them.
When I make a video on something, I don't, I'm not an activist. I'm a journalist. So if I say, hey, these people might be doing something that is skirting the law, I'm just reporting the news. I am not calling up the IRS and asking them, hey, this thing that they did, do you think that it's wrong? Can I get a statement?
There's also a thing known as killing the messenger. So you unfortunately are the messenger. So you, as far as they're concerned, you're the villain. How dare you do that?
There, I do it, and I have a list of people who would do it to them.
I would not. Snitches get stitches, from my understanding.
Carl's determined.
And then I'll have their asses sent to prison.
There you go.
And while they're getting their asses raped, I'll be the one laughing at them.
Damn it, Carl!
Man,
get Carl out of here.
Male on male rape, even in prison, is not funny. Nobody deserves that.
No, but it is anyone who tries to hurt me like that deserves whatever they get.
Jesus has taught us to turn the other cheek, Carl, and to forgive those who have
That's true,
trespassed against us.
but
And to
there
forgive
is
us
a
for our
such thing
trespasses.
as there's a such a thing as cause and effect. So
Yeah, but Jesus says, leave that up to him to decide. It's for God to judge, not for man.
Only God can judge.
and I agree, but if
There's no but in the Bible. Well, there's a couple, but I mean,
if it happens because like you steal, you go to jail. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Directly to jail. 56K says busting them cheeks.
yeah.
Jesus.
I don't judge people, but whatever happens, happens. It's just the reality of things.
Let God sort them out. Well, not exactly like that, Luke. Chappie wants to know, what if God was one of us? Great song.
That's an interesting. I don't think he would approve. I think Jesus probably doesn't approve of some of the questionable decisions made by Tommy Tallarico, but I'm not Jesus, so I can't say whatever the case is. So
Anthony EFX wants to know, have you ever been into a bar fight, and how bad did you hurt the guy?
no, I've never been in a bar fight. I don't drink that often.
You don't have to drink to get
drink
into a bar fight.
Oh well, I'm usually pretty nice, so I don't start fights.
How about you, Sho? Have you ever been into a bar fight?
No, never. I've seen bar fights though. They're pretty epic. I'm usually the guy watching the background, taking a sip while just watching them whoop each other's ass. And then after, I'll call the police and be like, all right, they had this fight. This is all I saw. And then I left. Have you ever been in a bar fight, Tony?
Yes, actually, I have.
Really?
Just
you smashed
once.
somebody over the head?
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was a Mexican bar fight. So,
Jesus.
Did you stab them over the head with a knife?
No.
Straight to the shank.
What had happened? What happened was me, my cousin, and my buddy. We went to this Mexican bar, to look at girls and drink.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these girls that I knew from college happened to be there, but she was there with her ex-boyfriend. Apparently, he was bothering her, and so she came to sit by us. And that did not sit well with Mr. Ex-boyfriend, who was now very, very intoxicated. And my cousin, who is much like Carl in that he goes from 0 to 100 very fast.
For real.
Decided that it would be a good idea to get into this gentleman's face when he came over to try to persuade his ex-girlfriend to come back to their table. And next thing you know, punches were thrown, chairs were knocked over, security guards were rushed over.
Were you escorted out? Who won?
Why didn't he just tell the guy? Why didn't he just tell the guy, you can't, you don't want to be with her. She'll give you herpes.
Because she was really hot, Carl, and I did go with her after. That's why
okay. You scooped the girl in the end?
Hell yeah.
God bless. And no herpes, I'm assuming.
No herpes.
There you go.
Always wear protection, gentlemen. Wrap it up.
I don't think that stops you from getting an STD.
If you pee afterward, you're 80% less likely to get an STD.
But, I'm not a medical professional, so.
I'm not either, but that's straight facts. It clears out your urethra if you take a piss after having sex.
Oh, also, Anthony said Tommy was scared of Carl when he hulked out. Quite frankly, I was scared of Carl when he hulked out. If you want to go back to that.
Scared.
We were all scared. I heard the silence, the audible silence, and it was just like, oh, okay. And then Carl went back to 0.
Uh,
Like I said, I
Luke
don't see it
Skywalker
matter being
says-
wrong.
Luke says,
It's
"Wrap
all
it before
good.
you slap it," but Chappie prefers to lick it
Look
before
at
you stick it.
stick it. Oh my god. Great movie. Funny movie.
Great song.
Great song.
Lick it before you stick it sounds like Tommy Tallarico to a T.
Man, Carl, not everything goes back to Tommy and the Amico.
Deep breathe.
It's so fun to trash him.
But sometimes, if you trash him too much, it loses the impact. You gotta work it in there strategically.
Massage it in there.
You got any other topics for us, Carl? Did you bring anything to the table today?
I talked about the Skyrim anniversary. You talked about GTA trilogy mishaps. No, I don't really. I don't really have anything else.
See, this is why we need Gary. Gary usually brings a couple of interesting,
like gaming
topics.
related stuff. Where
Yeah,
is Gary at?
Gary was sick on Monday,
Hmm.
and that was the last I heard from him.
Shout outs to him.
So hopefully he's okay. He's not.
Yeah, I
didn't
hope
get the
he's
flu.
okay.
You'll be all right.
This Sunday, which is tomorrow, got that big Amico event coming up. What do you think about that, gentlemen?
The stream between Ninja Kitty and Hammock Man, really excited.
Oh, they're streaming tomorrow?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stream on Sunday. Yeah, that's going to be lit. But as far as the event, isn't Saggy going to be there? Isn't a couple of other people
Oh,
going to
that
be there?
one.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, I actually did
Turbo
have
Joe?
a theory.
Or somebody like that.
I
Yeah,
actually
Terry
did
Turner.
have a theory that I kind of passed around a little bit. Isn't it funny that think about this, that all the events so far have been near Amico fans?
Yeah.
Really strangely funny.
No. They're the ones who have pushed for the events, so it's not strangely funny at all. It's just exactly what they wanted
It's
to do.
just
The
so.
events were put on, like the Crayola event. Retro Bro was like, I want to play it, bring it over, bring it to our area. I'll help you set something up because he wanted to play it and he wanted his friends to play it. Same thing with
Well, how
Boston.
many-
Shaggy's like, bring it over to this area. I want to play it again. I'll help you set something up.
Well, how
So
many
it's-
people in the community actually have connections? Though that's the thing.
You don't need connections, Carl. You just call up a local business, say, hey, I would like to hold an event. It's really not as
I
difficult
were
as you think it
going,
is.
if I were going
Also,
to have an event, and it would have to be a close enough proximity to 2 or 3 people that live in a states close to me. And I happen to know a few that come to mind. So
Yeah, but I mean, all you gotta do is call up Tommy and be like, hey, Tommy, why don't we have an event over here by me?
oh, he'll never listen to me. So
I mean, that's basically what happened in the last 2 events. The one in Texas was Tommy was going down to Texas because of Video Games Live. So I guess they figured, well, I'm already down this way. Might as well set something up over here. I mean, most of the Amico fans, I mean, aren't they mostly Canadian? You got the OEB Pete's and all that.
now Tommy Yamika says, if I had any heel turned, I could have had my event. I don't really do stuff. I don't really schedule stuff like that myself. I would be completely foreign to it.
Chappie McChapster says that stream last night really showcased for me the difference between the cult and just people who want the Amico to succeed. CM Retro and Rhea couldn't even defend Tommy for the stuff that Saggy was. Well,
I mean, that's what I was talking about when I said that Saggy is biased to Tommy, because like she has this tendency, and look, I like her and all that, but the truth is, like, whenever you try to say, she's like, I like that about Tommy, and it's like, but in the end, you gotta consider the big picture,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but
you may
Tommy's a friend.
And she's his friend, and that kind of means she's Carry shirts.
Why do you do that, Carl? Stop doing that to me.
Raya said
Finish
she
your
can
thought.
join again. She said, "Get Raya in there," and you finish your thought, Carl.
Was the Boston thing today or tomorrow? It's tomorrow. It's Sunday.
What's his thing?
Carl, don't read the chat when you're talking. You stop mid-thought.
Sorry. Someone was mentioning me wearing security shirts. I don't do security. I'm a little overweight, and so
No.
I would be terrible with security.
They were talking about security shirts for everybody else.
Oh,
Because you're a dangerous individual.
I
Luke
mean,
Skywalker says Tommy is a friend to Tommy, so she's gonna defend him. I think he means Tommy as a friend to Saggy. Yeah.
No, he may have meant Tommy as a friend to Tommy.
No. He said I meant Saggy as a friend to Tommy.
Ha.
I mean,
so she's gonna defend him. Any of us would defend our friends. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right. I mean,
I think it's fine to defend Tommy, but the way that you can tell that she twists herself into knots to try and reason away why Tommy acts ridiculous sometimes. Sometimes it's just indefensible. And
it's just not. He's like that. He's like an ass clown. Everyone knows it at one point or another in their life. The one who's really annoying and thinks they're funny all the time. Like, like they might do something like they might do something like smash a glass of beer over your head. Look at that! Did you see what I did there?
Hey, what's up, Rhea?
Mental gymnastics.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, y'all. Y'all been at it for almost 3 hours now, right?
It's just frustrating. And hearing that speech. Oh my word!
Tony's got you here for another 3 hours.
Yeah, we've been at it for 2.5. We basically talked about Marvel and GTA, a little bit of Skyrim. Not really too much Amico tonight.
Yeah,
because you all talked about it earlier. You could just saved you could just saved it for later.
Yeah, I missed the GTA talk. I stopped over at Max's channel.
But whatever, it is what it is,
for the Brian Master of None appreciation stream. So I had to get out to make space for other folks because I think there's like a max of 9 people.
Oh, it will never be. That's not Turbo Joe. Turbo Joe. He's
Carl. Calm down.
Sorry.
But yeah, I had already I was like, well, I'm already at my computer and y'all are still on, so I'll just stop by and say hey.
Hey, what's up? I seen that he was doing a Brian appreciation stream. Sadly, it was on a Saturday, which is our day. But Brian is a good dude. Love Brian. Sadly, he's not a bigger channel. He deserves to definitely have more subs. Go sub to Brian, Master of None. Turbo Joe Security, either change your name or get bounced. We don't play that around here.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker says the biggest issue is that Saggy is asked questions like, why does Tommy do this or why does he do that? It's not Saggy's place to answer for Tommy or why he does anything he does. Yeah, exactly. And I think I do that sometimes myself. So apologies to anybody. But I think we need to stop asking them why Tommy does things and expecting like an answer. Because, only Tommy knows why Tommy does things. We could offer criticism and say, hey, this thing that he did, I don't agree with it, or I don't think this is the smartest way to go about it, and ask their opinion on the situation. I think that would be a better way of having a dialogue and having a discussion.
I did want to.
Here's an interesting topic.
Carl.
Damn it, Carl.
I did just kind of want to
Sorry.
pop on too, like right when this topic, came about.
No,
After, like-
I meant, just
Carl.
in general.
I'll
Carl.
throw a pie at Carl. Hit him with the pie.
Yeah. After
Oh.
talking with Saggy a little bit more, I guess like my positions is like a little bit more empathetic to the folks who are doing their best to defend their friend. I can't answer for, like that sense of urgency that they have to go to bat for this company, because it doesn't exist within me. I'm just, a consumer of the product. So there's that. But I just, again, I just wanted to acknowledge that, it's the folks who are, putting themselves out into the world to deliver information that this company should be responsible for. Those are who I really feel for, because they're, super generous, awesome folks who are genuinely interested in this idea.
Mm-hmm.
And they are taking the brunt of a lot of the negative criticism over the discourse happening around it.
Well,
And
that
that's-
kind of, sorry to step in, but that's kind of the thing, right? Shouldn't Intellivision be the forefront of information? Like what I was telling Tony and Jess, killing the messenger. Essentially, Saggy and other people who step up to bat for Intellivision, they're taking all the heat. That's all undue. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree.
If this thing collapses, what do you see happening to Saggy and company?
Well, they're not investors. They're just enthusiasts. They've said, I believe Retro Bro and Saggy have said, like, numerous times, there are a lot of things that folks like us talk about at length that we find interesting that they're not personally vested in, and life will go on for them, like with or without this console. So I think they'll be in good shape. But as far as like relationships with like the company and the the CEO and things like that, I have no idea.
Well, as far as their YouTube careers or whatever, I think there are definitely some people like Retro Bro, Saggy, Nick, Geeks with Cash, Atari Creep. They'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're not affected. Any of the people who base their channel around the Amico exclusively,
they're done. Oh yeah,
those people will probably fade away. They were never really YouTubers to begin with, and so once this ends, that'll be the end of them. This channel will still be here though. Amico or no Amico.
You gotta maintain without the Amico.
Yeah.
Well, these folks had vested interests and audiences prior to this this console being announced as well. So they have every opportunity to start again, or pick up the audience that they built and migrate over to a new focus, or pivot their focus. So potentially they may want to just start fresh with a new channel. I don't want to speculate on what decisions they'll make with their brand, but I don't want to say that it'll be donezo like 100% for anyone who has been super pushing content on this console, because they do have other interests besides this topic that they're well known for talking about.
So, Rhea, did you get your chair?
It should be coming tomorrow. I have to assemble it, so we'll see. It's super cute. It's black and pink. So yeah.
Yeah. How are you still awake, Ray? I know that after we did our big 5-hour stream, we talked for a while. Then you streamed again for like an hour and a half.
I did, yeah. I took like little naps throughout the day. I'm feeling okay right now.
Power
I woke up just everybody jumping in. Give me some room.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I woke up at like 11. And I saw my YouTube stuff, and I was like, Rhea streamed. I was like, when the hell did she do that?
Yeah, I made a saucy thumbnail. I'm doing this thing where like how Vito mentioned a few times on your show like some advice about thumbnails, and it really resonated with me as far as like tips and tricks. So having like my big annoying face on the on the thumbnail, some emojis, and some bold text. Those are things that I'm trying to incorporate more.
Very
Now,
interesting.
Ray, you're not. Your face is annoying.
I've been trying out some really self-deprecating selfies, just so it's like very clear that like I don't really take myself seriously. If you want to meme on me or dunk on me, that's totally fine.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, if you want to really do something, you should de-age you should age yourself on the photos.
Yeah, I
mean,
could definitely look into like
really
manipulating the photos more.
Really go ancient and decrepit.
Will the gentleman in the chat who keeps showing up with alt accounts, please give it up. I'm just going to keep blocking your accounts, and you're just wasting your life and my patience.
He's got that Terminator button ready.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
The Amico-nator.
Well, now he's going to make an alt account called an Amico-nator.
We were talking about the Boston event. You guys think we're going to see some new gameplay footage? Some different
No.
Fingers crossed. You know, I know y'all mentioned that Panda and Vera Dark were going to pop up, and those are influencers in the space that have not actually touched the console yet. And I'm actually super interested in their takes, for sure.
Vera Dark's going to show up there? Wasn't she kind of a critic on it? Or was she more of a supporter?
She had Tommy on a few times. She was a supporter early. Then she had some criticism, but not much. She hasn't talked about it in forever, I guess. She's going to try to make it, from my understanding, but she had a medical procedure, and she had a little bit of recovery. So, fingers crossed, everything's okay, and that she'll be able to make it. But understandable if she can't.
Do you guys... Oh, my bad. Go for it.
I was going to say, I heard a couple other names were thrown around about who might show up, so we might have some interesting videos come out of Boston.
What are these other names? Can you divulge?
No, I'm not at liberty to divulge my sources.
Is Tony going to show up? Tony, you going to be there in secret?
I can neither confirm nor deny whether I'll be there tomorrow.
I don't know. We have too many clues as far as like how to point you out in a crowd.
Yeah. How often do you find 6 foot Mexicans that are over 6 foot tall?
Yep. With shades.
Wow. Carl, you just insulted my whole race, but you are correct.
I'll look
being
for
statistical.
I'll look for the ankle long. What are those pants called?
Shorts.
Shorts, yeah, and like the really long socks and like the shades. Yeah.
Real cholo level. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
That's only for the summer. It's cold as hell right now, so I'll be wearing a big ass coat and.
For coats, I usually wear my bomber jacket.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, black.
Any design on the back?
No, it's plain as shit.
You need a design, bro.
I've actually been considering that Ryo Hazuki leather jacket from Shenmue.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Sho? Do you think they're going to show off any new games or just the same stuff we've seen?
I was actually going to run a question back to you and ask if they were going to have the 6th game show up this time.
Ooh. No, I don't know.
I don't think so. You think it's more Astro Smash?
I think because the German website that looked at the console, they said that they didn't play any of the motion control games. So I don't think any of those are going to be there.
They got to ditch the motion control stuff, man. It feel like the whole motion control thing is actually what's holding them back, if not more other things out there.
Oh, they need to quit making it like the Wii or whatever and just make it its own thing.
56K warning says they're going to report anyone who looks like Kermit. Those are Tommy's orders.
If there is a 6-foot-tall frog, I'm running the other way.
Yeah. Turbine Graphics 16 says, I think Amico might be pretty cool. I don't think it's a scam.
I don't think it's a scam either.
Will the AC adapter be present and on display?
Okay, now to be fair, Nintendo has a lot of witchcraft associated with the Nintendo Switch electronics.
Do they?
Yeah, like there's a big mystery, like the way the dock works, and why third-party docks will fry your Nintendo Switch. Sometimes, depending upon the which ones you're talking about. It's even recommended that if you're going to dock your Switch, use a first-party dock. Yeah. Never trust anything for the Nintendo Switch for AC adapters or docks that isn't made by Nintendo. Even that company that has the officially licensed Power Pack, even they had a work with Nintendo for it.
I don't deal with third-party Nintendo docks or nothing, so I've never heard of any of this, Carl. So it's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Sidekick Max actually kidnapped my Switch the other day and took it to school.
You get in trouble? You get it taken?
No, he was doing after school. They were having a Smash Brothers tournament.
What? They have Smash tournaments? That's why.
Yeah, they got like
That's
a little
actually pretty
game
cool.
club.
Damn, Game Club in 2021? I remember when I used to go to school, they would just take up all the Game Boys. No games, no nothing, no fun. Only school.
Yeah, well, when I was in school, just liking video games would have got you beat up.
Actually. You would have got yeeted out the bus.
Are you kidding? I was so uncool that I was too uncool to beat up.
They just didn't deal with you?
They just...
Let's just Carl over there. Let's get out of here.
I think they were just scared of Carl hulking out. That's why.
Actually.
No way.
But back to the Amico. What do you guys think they may show, if anything new at all?
I would like to believe that they might show more of Cloudy Mountain or Night Stalker.
Okay.
Well, I've heard those games are both year 2 and year 3 releases, so I don't think they're going to show any of those off.
Like I said, I would like to think so.
They might show off Brain Duel.
Oh, Brain Duel. Everyone seems to hate Brain Duel. That's just the game to dunk on.
Because it's basically a mobile game that they turned into an Amico game, like the motorcycle guy.
Evel Knievel?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Brain Duel is a mobile game, but Brain Age was always fun. Sidekick Max had one, I think, on the DS. It's a fun little game. So, I mean, depending on how well the game is made, how thought out the puzzles are, it could be something interesting.
Okay. But
what do you think, Rhea?
Let's see. As far as like me expecting if they will show any new games, is that what the question was? Honestly, I am going to keep my expectations low. I'm going to expect that it will be the same games, like 90% Astro Smash, with obscure camera angles in the marketing footage.
Camera angles. I didn't expect you to say that.
I just I'm pretty critical on how they've presented it, presented the console publicly, and what they refuse to show more of for whatever reason. So there's that. So that's why I have pretty low expectations. So I think the intention is to increase the exposure of the tried and true content that they have ready right now.
So they got Astro Smash on deck and maybe some what is that? Moon Patrol.
Yeah, I think
10 seconds Moon Patrol.
Ray just came up with the new slogan for Amico. Intellivision Amico, lower your expectations.
Oh man.
It sucks for me to say that because it's like, damn, I really like bought into this product, but at the same time, it's like I'm an enthusiast. I'm a collector, so I'm not tripping too much. I'm not like blistering furious or anything about it. It's just like I'm just like kind of shaking my head like everyone else. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
She just basically shot Tommy Tallarico in the balls with a grenade launcher.
Damn, Carl.
I don't think so. I don't think he's really like studying anything that I have to say.
Oh man, that's hard.
Arioka says, do you think Finnegan Fox co-op 4-player will be similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii? No. They said that the co-op for Finnegan Fox is just there's some side-scrolling levels, and the co-op is just going to be who can beat the level fastest and collect the most coins or something. So it's going to be
That's
almost a
lame.
separate mode. Yeah, it does.
That does sound boring. Yeah.
Because I mean, Fox and Forest was a fully done game, and they're just pretty much redoing the art and then adding the multiplayer mode.
Swapping assets and adding.
So there's not going to be any Shark or anything like that. That's or I guess more Evil Knievel or that what's that the plane shooter? Can't remember the
Flying
name.
Tigers.
Flying Tigers. So there's not going to be that there either.
Well, I think because the two places, I think one's a comic shop and one's a game store or something like that. I would imagine that they would want to show the more gamey games, if that makes sense.
What's more gamey than Flying Tigers?
Yeah, so we might see more Flying Tigers,
Okay.
Astro Smash, definitely, Moon Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think of all the games they have. What else do they have? Maybe Finnegan Fox?
Maybe. It's so interesting. They only seem to have Astro Smash. If they want this whole play it together vibe, it only really seems like Astro Smash is the game for that. I don't see multiplayer Moon Patrol being that interesting because not many people like Moon Patrol anyways. I'm like the only one. And then Flying Tigers, I guess. The Evil Knievel seemed interesting, at least visually. So maybe they'll have more of that too.
I thought the Evil Knievel, seems like a basic, like a Trials type game, like everyone said.
Right.
But I thought that the multiplayer was going to be split screen, racing to the finish.
Mm-hmm.
That might be more interesting, but it's not. It's just the lawn darts, rocket car mini game thing, which is less interesting. So
I don't know. That lineup sounds pretty depressing, man. Sounds pretty depressing, to be fair with you.
I gotta hope that they at least have the same games that they had at the Crayola event and the Utah event. Like Flying Tigers, Biplanes, Astro Smash, Finnegan Fox, Shark. That's like at least 5 games there.
Okay. It's a little bit more respectable. Was Finnegan Fox like actually playable? I know there's been some controversy about lag and other stuff like that.
I mean, Saggy endorsed her experience being pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
So yeah.
And hopefully there's the hope that it's even better than that time.
Oh, I mean, as far as like actually seeing how the controls work, I only have that point of reference of Tommy switching the controls to troll Pat and Ian, allegedly.
Right.
So
I
would like to hope that there was, between that time Tommy had that video put out and Saggy playing it, there were improvements. But I don't know how much more improvement was needed past her experience.
Right. I would like to hope they can get past the first level on it at this point in time.
Yeah, I remember Retro mentioned there was a 100% save file that he saw in the UI, so that's kind of encouraging.
Okay, it's moving along.
Well, the save file for Fox and Forest has the name Rick on it because that's the name of the fox, and the save file that they showed for Finnegan Fox also said Rick. So they at least have to finish doing the UI.
There was this other game that looked pretty interesting. It was a Hot Wheels inspired game, or I don't know if it was officially licensed Hot Wheels game.
Right.
Tony, yeah, y'all probably know about it. It's the materials that we saw of it though were renderings for it on another platform though. I think Tony, you surfaced that information, right?
The Hot Wheels game.
It's this racing game that's around a track that like
Where
was,
they crash cars into each other, right?
I think that's it. I don't know if there's like multiple racing games.
Yeah, there's 2 racing games.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Nitro Derby.
Oh,
Nitro Derby is a more traditional racing game that started off as a VR game.
Hmm.
And then Crisscross Crash or Colossal Crash is just a circular track, like a crisscross track that they smash the cars together.
Okay.
I think I'm thinking of the VR game because the graphics we saw in the materials were a lot. The output seemed to be a little bit higher than what one would expect from the Amico. So yeah, there was some speculation around them using materials intended for the VR version of the game in order to market the Amico version of the game. So there was like some controversy there a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's Nitro Derby because they still had the name of the VR company in the shots and the promotional material. So
But yeah, I bring that up because that was another game that I remembered that we should expect or would hope to have still coming in the future.
yeah,
What about
there's
Dyna
so many
Blaster?
games. Yeah, Nitro Blaster. There's so many games that they've shown 2 or 3 second clips, 10-second clips of, and then
Mm-hmm.
never again, never heard from. So they're supposed to have 25 games at launch. So fingers crossed that we 25 games at launch. Tommy said that they're going to start cranking out 10 videos. Yeah, 1 video a week for 10 weeks, and then 10 more videos, 1 a week for 10 weeks.
And he said that almost 2 weeks ago, right?
No, he said it again just recently.
Okay.
On Atari Age, like a couple days ago. But I mean, in April we were supposed to get videos, so I'm still waiting on those April videos.
Remains to be seen.
Quick reminder: the video I talked about yesterday, the birthday candle video that was removed from the Intellivision page, is now back. So no idea what's going on with that.
Great job, Tony.
Yeah, I know. Fake news, Tony.
Tony's on the case.
Nah, I think folks know you're not fake news. I think folks are coming around and are willing to give concessions to a lot of the points that you've been making. So, and that's why I've increased my willingness to come in to voice my concerns too, because I feel that this is a great welcoming space to do that in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. We do try to be welcoming here, despite our cynical nature. Carl, you've been quiet. What's going on? Did we lose you? No idea.
He's lost to us.
Well, I don't got anything else. We pretty much hit the Amico for 5 hours yesterday, so anything we say about it now is pretty much the same thing that we said yesterday. You can just watch yesterday's stream. You got anything else interesting, Rhea? You're the new face here. Anything you want to discuss?
Yeah, I saw Anthony's chat, so I can do my best to try and answer. Sorry, I'm terrible on streams. I'm doing my best to try and communicate better, but I have a lot of really bad habits, like saying and all that stuff. But anyway,
You'll get there.
Rhea, as a pre-order owner, what do you think of them buying their own award from Octane? Saggy said renting a booth at an expo costs a lot, but how much did that award cost? Yeah, no, I honestly forgot about that award. I am someone who doesn't put a lot of weight on the amount of awards, because I feel that a lot of awards are bought. So if not all of them, in some way, they're all just social clout points being like rotated around like between the same people, in my opinion. So I don't really put too much weight on that, but it's yeah, I find it funny that they can get an award for not having released any products yet. So that's my hot take there. That's not even really hot. It's kind of the consensus. And oh, go ahead, Carl.
You're forgetting one important factor. Adolf Hitler won Man of the Year.
There it is.
By Time magazine.
Get out of here.
So it makes perfect sense that they would win an award for doing nothing.
Instead of saying I'm back, that's what he says. I'm out of here.
And as far as the Saggy said, renting a booth at an expo costs a lot, but how much did that award cost? Yeah, no, I can't speak to any of those things. Like I know that y'all made some good points about local expos probably being the move for some exposure for getting the console out. But to Show's point that he made the other yesterday about what are these small events going to do to move the needle. So I think we both sort of like came to the conclusion that they need to put more funds into investing in their own PR and their own marketing. And as much as folks want to call out this is expensive, that's expensive, we're seeing them spend money on things like going to E3, pushing the console out to different foreign news outlets to reach whatever audience they think they have out there, but they need to kind of focus on the US based larger markets and figure out where to go from there. So I think we kind of both agree that their focus needs to be reconfigured.
To Rhea's point about the US market, I always hear Tommy throwing out numbers and different things. And I think he actually does not understand the information that he's relaying, because while it's true that mobile games are the biggest money makers, there are reasons. It's actually like the top 1% of all mobile games are making the money, whereas the other 99% are just existing. So it's not a lot of mobile games making money. It's just a very small chunk of them. And that also contributes to why other countries like Europe and China are bigger markets for video games technically, because they spend more money on mobile games than the U.S. market.
Mm-hmm.
But he does not have a mobile console. He has a regular, stick it to your TV console. So he should really be focusing on the numbers as far as regular console consumers.
I've always wondered if Tommy has like a little bit of fear to approach the U.S. market. And I mean, it's the only market that he should really be targeting. He just shouldn't need to worry about Europe or the Middle East. Send him a console and let him do a review. But he should really just be sending it to influencers here. He should be getting one to people who work in the industry, whether they are skeptical or not, because you need to be able to face the criticism here in the States. I mean, you can send one up to Canada too, but it always feels like he's a little, like there's a little bit of fear there. Either it's fear or he doesn't want to spend money. He's like really trying to run this thing on a shoestring budget.
Don't worry, you'll get it out, Joe. You'll get it out.
Yeah, eventually. But I've always felt like, just go to a convention, man. There's like Retro World Expo, there's Retro Palooza. Essentially his popularity or him being a celebrity or a baby celebrity, that will literally open the door for you at any convention. Hey, I'm Tommy Tallarico. I want to talk about my product. I was going to say show. I want to talk about my product. Let me have a booth. And they'll say, okay, Mr. Tallarico. So I don't understand why he can't just do that. And instead he's just like going here and, asking Saggy or asking Bro or asking like some little YouTuber. Like anybody below 10K YouTubers is a nobody as far as pushing your project. It does not matter. I love a lot of people out there, but you are literally, even Genovi too, on down. Like you should literally just be going to a convention until you get somebody who's very interested, like a Vera Dark. I'm sure she has way more. So it doesn't make sense to me why he's like, I don't know, going to like all of these baby things and throwing them together. And then you have people like Pat and Ian who just think it's a total joke, and they have a big audience to make you look bad. You know, they don't even really put in any effort in their podcast, and everybody talks about their podcast. So, but shout outs to them because I like listening to their podcast.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love, I would probably be the kind of devil's advocate in Tommy's ear if I was like someone on his marketing team saying, you got to, restore these relationships that are burnt bridges. You got to figure out how to, get in touch with Pat and Ian and talk it out, because they're going to be your best shot at turning this thing around.
And even, what's up, Carl? My bad. Go for it.
Unfortunately, Ray, you were caught talking with us, so that in his book that makes you the enemy.
Yeah, he's put you on the in the folder already as we speak.
But yeah, like I'm someone that tells my friends things that they don't want to hear, and they could take it however they want to take it. So yeah, that would probably be my role if I was in touch with him. But like, I am not someone who tries to appease someone's like emotional or egotistical needs or things like that. I tell them what they need to hear. And I think just based off of my experience of like how I've seen brands succeed in the past, a lot of it is, just putting your personal ego and your own personal feelings on folks that you need to rely on to help your brand grow to the side for the sake of that brand.
Ray, do you know what I see when I hear your voice? Snow White. The woman that sings and all the animals frolic and she's hugging puppies and stuff like that. I think it'd be easy for you to draw attention away from him.
Well, according to someone, I sound like Tony. So me and Tony.
You sound like Tony?
Yeah, we're Kermit cousins apparently.
Shout outs to Kermit's though.
To Show's point about the bigger YouTubers, I am privy to certain information, and I know he has reached out. Tommy has tried to get bigger YouTubers to show off the Amico, and they've turned them down.
Okay,
so,
I mean,
that says a lot.
I mean, all he has to do is get someone like Metal Jesus and offer him free games or something.
Oh, Metal Jesus is getting it for free regardless. He doesn't do anything for money.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that there were hella YouTubers that were, gassing this thing up years ago when it was first announced. So, like, what happened to those relationships?
Pat destroyed it.
3 delays.
Apparently, he's still on the squawker with John Riggs. So there's one contact.
There's Riggs, but I don't think Riggs is going to push the needle as much as Pat would. In fact, I think Ian said when they did the event that was closer over there in Cali, Ian said if he would have known like a week sooner, he would have driven down there and tried it himself if Tommy let him in the building. Yeah. So really, just take it to Pat and Ian, man. Bother him or take him to an event. Just show up at an event that Pat is at and be like, here, try the Amico.
Well, that's what I said. I said if I was Tommy, I would get on my get someone to record me, go live stream. Like we're driving over to Pat's house right now. We're gonna go deliver the Amico to him, and you put Pat on the spot. I mean, if he turns Tommy down live on fucking YouTube, that's it. You can't talk about it no more. Now you fucked up. You got no excuse.
Right.
True.
Here's the Amico. Play the Amico, Pat, and then Pat's like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ian would probably smoke a bowl and just play it immediately. So good for him.
I love Ian. I can't wait I hope I can try and like go to an event where they're at. I would be down to chat with them. I think one of the things I was going to say is that like, how like there's this weird etiquette thing where you meet someone that you're not 100% cool with, and it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. It's like surface level friendly, but there's like this tension there. I think he needs someone like as a wingman, like a DJC or someone who is willing to help him bridge those gaps and restore those relationships. He needs someone Yeah, he needs the icebreaker. He needs someone to kind of be the wingman, like I said.
You're
And
exactly who he needs.
I mean,
Wire
I
goes in. Yeah.
I don't think that they can afford me, to be honest, based
Woo!
off of those Indeed salary listings.
Oh, damn. That's what I love about you.
Know your worth, that
Actually.
gentlemen, ladies. Know your
God
worth.
bless.
But no, like even like someone like other content creators who have been critics of the Amico too, like who are a lot more knowledgeable and can speak about a lot of the concerns of more knowledgeably than me. But yeah, I just think that he does need that support in real space, like in his day-to-day life, not just on the internet and people gassing up his ego.
If I was running helping him out and being the wingman, I would take the internet away from him. No more Atari Age for you, sir. Stop posting on Atari Age. Stop posting on
Reddit.
Stop posting on Reddit for real.
Just disconnect the whole Wi-Fi from the building.
Disconnect it. Yep. Take the laptop away. No more vacations. Finish the Amico, and then you can get your internet.
You ever watch The Office?
Yeah, I've watched The Office many times.
Remember when they set up Creed's computer? He's just typing away. That he's like, oh, he's not on the internet.
He's not on the internet, right?
That's what I would do to Tommy. Be like, yeah, you're hooked up. Don't worry. Keep
He's like,
posting.
yeah. I'm posting on Atari Age right now. Oh my goodness. No, they need to take away the internet from that man and just tell him to focus on the Amico or whatever he does. Just do more of that, not on the internet.
Well, the biggest thing I would say is when he gets criticism, like the lag issue, they said, hey, there's lag. Instead of going on the internet and yelling and screaming and calling people names, why not just pull out the Amico, film a really short video? Hey, I heard that some people thought there was lag, so we're going to film this so you guys can see. Here's the button presses.
Right.
Here's me playing the Amico.
I mean,
let me know if there's still lag.
Here's the thing about the lag. Even though it's proven that it exists, it is more or less subjective at the same time because people who are not susceptible to lag are not going to care about it.
Right, but I was just using the lag in my
No,
example.
I know, but I'm just explaining that that's one of the hurdles he's got to get over.
Like I said, I mean, when Pat and Ian were like, we're not sure if it's plugged into anything, I would have been like, here's my phone and we're gonna show the wire going into the TV.
Right.
There's the wire going into the wall.
There's it going into the wall.
Right? I mean, but instead of doing that, he'll just like, you're a liar, I hate you, you're wrong, you're so stupid and you're misinformed.
Tommy Tallarico needs to be paying attention to what you're saying.
He's typing a message right now on Atari Age, right now as we speak.
There is a little.
Can I just say one thing though?
Go ahead.
Really quick. It's like in response to someone telling me like, oh, you're wrong. Like, that's misinformation. I'm someone who's like, okay, yeah, inform me, like, please, educate me. But the response that I've seen as far as like this pattern of behavior that's been documented from him, especially on the internet, is this really condescending dance around the question without ever really directly responding to it.
That's his entire MO.
You know who he reminds me of?
No. I'm sure
he reminds me of our last president. I'm not being political. I'm right. I'm right.
Moving on.
Tony's about to hit you with a pie, sir.
We need an explosion button. I need to get some like a soundboard so I can do different sound effects. But really, Tommy needs to stop attacking people. He's calmed down a little. We'll give him that. He has calmed down, but there is the idea of the lady protest too much. If you're insistent that someone is wrong and you're not showing any proof, you're just like, you're wrong. People are going to start to think, well, why are you constantly feeling the need to defend this? And people are going to start saying, well, if he's going this hard to say someone's wrong or misinformed or call them names, then obviously they must be right. They must be onto something. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So he's not doing himself any favors by going on the internet and just insulting people and, like Rhea said, condescending or, the snarky tone.
Right.
He's really got to decide. He's got to decide what's more important, the business that he's running or his ego.
Well, the ego is still winning, so.
I'm going to go for now, but I might be back later. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Carl, take it easy.
See you.
There goes Carl.
CM, hop on.
But yeah, he Review Tech USA has blasted Amico, but flip flop later in the same video. Tommy, you can call me. Yeah. Rich has probably been the biggest YouTuber that's talked positively about the Amico, only to turn around and talk negative
and go in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
complete 180. Well, you never can trust what Rich will say, man. So every so often he says one thing that makes sense, he says another thing that makes sense, and
yeah, that's why I think Tommy really needs to pick his targets better, or his where he's going for interviews and stuff. Someone like Rich was never going to move the needle despite having a big channel because everybody knows Rich's reputation of flip-flopping.
Right.
So, that was never going to help him. John Riggs, God bless him, but he's not moving the needle, like you said. There are people that are on the internet, people who have a lot of subscribers, but they don't have a lot of influence.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's really needs a better marketing team, a team who's more in touch with the current trends and what people are really into.
Right. They definitely he needs somebody that can slap his wrists whenever he's trying to do something that's internet related. Just slap him and say, "No, Tommy, go do something else." He needs something like that first and foremost.
You know how other companies have this this board. Like he can be like a chairman of the board or something. Like he can kind of be still he can have a seat at the table, but he's not going to be the shot caller. Like he needs someone else to do that.
Right. I thought that was Nick. Like when he started showing up every so often, I was like, oh, okay, Tommy's going to take a back seat and your boy Nick is going to be like the face of it. And it turned out that Nick just disappeared. I think Tommy was too much for him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought Nick was going to step up, but then the next day we had Tommy doing his office video and I was like, oh, well, no.
Oh, yeah, no. It's an interesting dynamic there. When you did that interview with Nick, it almost gave me an impression that there is two Intellivisions. That there's one that Tommy is running, and then there's the actual one that Nick is running, I guess. And I'm for a second there, I felt like they treated Tommy like a kid, and he was like, "All right, Tommy, go do your thing. We're actually going to run the business here." And then that video came out the next day. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tommy's like when the boss brings his little son into the office and he's running around breaking stuff, and everyone's like, right. Well, I can't do nothing because he's the boss's kid.
Right.
But he's being a pain in the ass.
Right. So, I mean, maybe they continue with that. I don't know.
Look at Joe showing off again, playing.
Hey, man, I got to play something. Streets of Rage with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I see. Maybe we'll just put Show's layout all big. We could just all watch him play games.
Yeah. Tight.
What's up, little BF? He's in the chat here. Art Bell says, plus Tommy has been restrained slightly since his fake sorry message. Sorry you have problems with me.
Yeah, that's the shit I don't like. Those fake apologies. That aren't even really apologies.
So what Arioka said over here, he said that, one Intellivision sounds professional and the other doesn't. And yes, actually, when Nick came on, he was the complete opposite of Tommy rather. And it was so interesting to hear Nick's approach to it. You almost felt like he was really business minded about it. Like once he got Intellivision to a certain point, he was just ready to sell his shares or sell Intellivision off to someone else. I got that impression almost immediately, which is it's a very business minded way of going about things. It was actually impressive that he even said that live. So if you didn't hear the interview between Tony and Nick, you should probably go back and listen to that, because that was very interesting. You don't hear business people even saying stuff like that. But it was completely different from Tommy. I think he also wanted, without saying it, to let people know that Tommy is very passionate about what he's doing, and he lets passion get the better of him. So I think he's supposed to be the more dispassionate, more methodical person behind the scenes that we're not seeing. So it would have been more interesting to even see him instead of Tommy. You know, Tommy
And
technically doesn't have to do anything. He's the CEO. He could just sit around and just, collect money.
yeah,
Or just
I
relax.
put a link to
I don't
that
know.
interview in the chat.
Mhm.
So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, click that.
To Art's point about the interview and Nick being grim. Yeah, no, it was that dose. It was that spoonful of medicine that folks just like refused to take for like the longest time. I feel it was like those this is where we're at type of vibes. And I watched it like a few times actually, because I felt like this is like the information a lot of us have a lot of folks prior to me have been asking for. And then to Anthony's comment about like, oh, and then Tommy made another video. Yeah, it was to kind of like save face and say like, no, look, we're actually super successful and like our team is super happy and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, no, we were I feel like where we were at before you tried to put up that facade again was a lot more if that was the transparency that we needed to move forward. Like us like pretending like everything's fine is not going to do anyone any favors about how to actually solve these problems.
Right. Well, I can tell you for sure, Tommy comes from a different era where they don't want to show people that there are faults. And to be honest, I don't think anybody really cares. He's making it worse by trying to hide like all of these blemishes and stuff. I mean, Pat and Ian literally make a joke of this every single podcast they do with fake Tommy. And honestly, just show the faults. Show that stuff isn't ready. Yeah, we know stuff isn't ready, but why are you trying to hide stuff like this? It doesn't make any sense. So I always thought that if he could be a little bit more transparent, hey, we have some issues. Hey, the thing isn't coming out, for a while. It probably won't come out till 2023. Just be fair and be honest. You're going to get people who laugh at it, and then so what? The proof is always in finishing the product. If you finish the Amico, that's the testament. You know what I mean? No one can take that away from you. But if you're spending so much time like trying to hide things and engaging with people online, even as a CEO, you should not be spending time like engaging with anybody. You can just be faceless. But I always feel like he's just going about everything incorrectly.
Yeah, to show's point, I mean, nobody it would fault Tommy for saying, "Hey, this thing that's not working out." This
right. Uh-oh, we lost him. He's gone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Can't hear Tony. He turned into a robot, then disappeared.
Oh, he might have some internet buffering.
No, that happens.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. I also really liked John Alvarado's interview with Amico After Dark. Yeah, it was a little bit technical and in the weeds as far as like the production process, but I guess that is kind of like what I've been asking for, so I can't blame him for that. And I think the way that they kind of handle communication with these like one-on-one interviews, it's not so much it doesn't read so much as like transparency to me as much as it does like accessibility. And to the point that you are making, like sometimes being super accessible is not, you know,
Not
the
in the
best
best
move.
interest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my dial-up act again.
There's the
Big
dial-up.
train
We gotta
went
get
by.
you off of this. What is that? 56K? Jesus, get him off of this thing.
We need to get you monetized so you can,
For
you know,
real.
get that
Get
business
that
class internet,
broadband for real.
Yeah,
that Ethernet.
yeah. I need fiber optic cables.
Eventually, we got to get Google over there for you.
So what did I miss in my moment away?
Well, Raya was musing on how, you know, Tommy should not be as visible, and it would be better to, you know, take in skepticism, and also just be less or be more transparent but less visible.
Yeah. Personally, I think, you know, he doesn't need to be less visible as long as when he is visible, it's productive and
Right.
informative. I mean, if like you were saying earlier, you know, about them not being ready and just admit it, no one's going to fault you if you know, trip 70 times on the way to receive your award. No one's going to talk about that. They're only going to talk about the award. They're only going to talk about the Amico. And you know, the more he fails or the more it screws up along the way, the sweeter it'll be at the end. People are like, oh yeah, you know, we didn't think it was going to come out and they were messing up, but man, it really did come out.
Right.
And we'd all be cheering them on. But when you start lying to us or start trying to front about how great it is, that's when you get pushback.
I can agree with that for sure. For sure. And honestly, I think if he really just puts it out there, he can finally get to the starting line, to be fair with you, and market it the way that I think he wants to. A lot of the marketing that he's been doing is also kind of off. He always pushes it as a family-friendly console, and as we all know, the people that push it the hardest are people that are like late 40s, early 50s, if not older. So it's kind of rough to be able to market it in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ninja Kitty pointed out in his video, if they're going to go after the mom market, the family market, he's got to start contacting influencers and YouTubers that are more in that space.
Right.
I mean, Saggy, besides Rhea and Saggy, there's really no females who talk about the Amico.
Mm-hmm.
And for moms or for families, that's who they want to hear from. They don't want to hear from us dudes.
No, they don't. And also, I've always wondered if he should be pushing it towards like the Christian community. Like it always feels like he's aiming for that anyways, without necessarily saying it. If he's really trying to avoid like violence and stuff, that may be a market that he could tap into.
Yeah, that's kind of the intention of them posting up in Utah, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
that's actually true. Yeah, being posted up in Utah, that's true.
He did say prior to the pandemic that one of his plans was to go to like the big religious events.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they have. Like, I guess they have religious festivals or something. I don't know.
Right, they have the get-togethers. Yeah, perfect place for it.
Well, part of the problem with that is Tommy's definition of family-friendly content and a religious family's definition might not line up exactly.
That's true too.
You know, something like Earthworm Jim, you know, having a laser gun is okay to Tommy. Like, oh, this is not real violence; it's cartoon violence. And those Christian families are the same who, you know, they rally against cartoon violence. Like, you know, Looney Tunes are like, no, that's still wrong. We don't want any violence. You know,
right.
So he might be thinking, in his opinion, it's a totally clean, family-friendly, you know, console. Whereas someone who's an ultra-conservative Christian might look at it and go, "No, that's still too far. You know, it's not clean enough."
So, do you think that they would completely disavow all the other games that are there?
Well, I mean, realistically, if you really sit down and think about it, you got Battle tanks is a war game. Biplanes, you're shooting down other planes and aircraft. Same thing with flying tigers. It's a war game.
Jesus, is it really family friendly then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to us, we're like, oh, this is nothing. But like to those people, you know, the same. Like when I was talking to him when I had the interview with Tommy, I'm like, you know, in this country, certain things are acceptable. But if you take it to an Arabian country, a Muslim predominant country, you know, China, they have different rules and different laws. And something as simple as a skeleton on the ground might be seen
bad.
as,
That's true.
you know. So again, if he's marketing towards Christian families, you know, they might see some of this content and be like, you know, that's not acceptable. That's too far. And again, to us and to others, you know, you might, oh, that's stupid. That sounds silly. But again, in China, they can't have any mysticism, anything like that. Any, you know, a zombie, an undead skeleton, a dead body on the floor, even in a cartoony fashion, is unacceptable. In Saudi Arabia, you can't have anything like witchcraft, magic. You know, he has a magic spell, you know, Dungeon and Dragon type stuff.
Right.
Anything that's haram, you know, drinking, gambling, you know, and gambling includes what we think of as gambling, or like, you know, even like playing cards, even if there's no real money involved, even if it's just the characters playing cards in the game in the background, it's unacceptable. So, I mean, it's going to be real tough.
No more fun.
Christian market.
It's true. No fun whatsoever. So I have a question for you both then. What market, if not the Christian market, could they target?
I think that they have a good shot with the so I'm trying to formulate a thought around this. So like I noticed at least in one thing that I can give them credit for is that they promote the product with a diverse, you know, audience set, like different age families from like different backgrounds and different races being represented. So I give them points for that. And the reason I bring that up is because I don't know if there's been a whole lot of marketing materials or them using that as an opportunity to reach out to not so much like a religious focus type of family vibe, or more just like, you know, quick interactions as a family with this around this console in the living room type of vibe. We've seen it a little bit in some of the marketing materials and some stock photos, but I would love to see it like with actual people, even if they are actors. You know, I can acknowledge, you know, like everyone uses actors in their marketing. Okay, that's not a big deal to me personally, but yeah, like lean on that a little bit, and I think that would behoove them a little bit better. So even if they don't want to 100% surface how the controllers work in the commercials or the ads or anything like that, at least just having like that visibility of the diverse, you know, families with like multiple ages being represented, older folks, young parents, multi-generational households, basically from different racial backgrounds, potentially multi-ethnic families, using the Amico in a living room space, like maybe during the holidays or something like that. We just need to see images of like the intention of how this of the narrative that this console is trying to sell people.
Right. What's the story behind it?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
my
like
opinion.
that hasn't been told. Yeah, that's actually a very good point that you're making. I feel like there's like 3 different or 4 different, in some cases, narratives that he's trying to push.
Yeah,
it's just
sometimes
it depends on who he's talking to or what time of day it is that changes the narrative.
Well, Tommy is very well known for that. He's very good at understanding how people will react and how he should approach different people. I've watching him just on Reddit and on Atari Age. He speaks in 2 different ways. He takes like 2 different approaches just for that. And then when he's on with a lot of these other YouTubers here, he takes a completely different approach that's even a little bit more friendly, I would say. So it's very interesting. He's almost like a car salesman, as a lot of people have said. And when you're a car salesman, you got to push that sale any kind of way you can. But I wonder if that will help him at all. Sometimes I feel like he should just give the console to somebody. Like, even if, for example, if he gave it to like Bro, you know how many videos Bro would make on the Amico? And I almost, when he was talking with Art of Mana, I almost thought that that's what he was going to do with Art. He was going to let Art just keep the thing and make like some very polished videos. Honestly, he should have just hired the kid.
Yeah. Anthony EFX says, is the Amico multilingual? Like for the settings and game text? Never saw that question asked. It is. I believe it's in like 7 or 8 languages.
Oh, that's interesting.
In the video from the Utah video, I believe it was one of the Utah videos that they made, not from the official channel, but from someone that was there. They showed the text for Moon Patrol and it was in German.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, I do know that's but I think that's another issue because they're trying to, they have to put all the text in the game and then they have to put it in like 6 or 7 different languages.
There can't be that much text in it.
Huh?
Is there that much text for them to be putting in the Amico in these different games?
Well, you got the options, all the option settings, the different dialogues, like in Finnegan Fox has a lot of dialogue. All the little things. And it's more than just putting text because you got to make sure that, it matches up. And now in English, it's X amount big. And in Spanish, it's a little bigger or a little
bigger.
shorter.
That's true. Right.
Now you got to get the fonts to match up. It sounds simple. You're just like, oh, just fucking put it in another language. But then when you sit down and do it, you're like, oh, shit, this is all screwed up now.
Well, honestly, he could have put it just in English and Spanish and called it a day.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
But he has the German grand, so he's got to put them in German.
Okay. Well, German too. Hit those 3 and then add the rest later.
Patch them in. What he should do is he should make a commercial of like a couple going out for the evening. She's getting all ready, and the husband's like, "You ready, dear? We got a reservation at 8." And she's like, "Yeah, 5 more minutes." And then the husband looks over at the Amico. He's like, "I got enough time for one game." You could use that idea, Tommy, for free. You could have.
He's writing it down right now.
This one's on the house.
It's on the house.
First one's free. I'm like a drug dealer.
I feel like you've given him lots of ideas over the years, from what I've seen.
There's been a number of people that have given him ideas. He seems to blow them off. So we'll have to see. I mean, eventually, he will eventually have to face people who are going to scrutinize the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And we'll see some change from that.
I'm loving the conversation. I'm loving the energy, but my internet keeps going in and out. So I think I'm going to have to cut it here at the 3.5 hour.
It's good. 3.5 hours. You didn't make it to 4?
No. Like I said, my internet keeps dropping.
It's
you
all
guys
good,
keep
bro.
freezing.
We got to upgrade you, bro.
Yeah, I think Sidekick Max, whenever he's home on every other weekend, he's using all my juice.
We got to get him off the Xbox.
He's on a PlayStation 4.
Get him off the PlayStation.
Because I think right now he's probably on the PlayStation 4 and his laptop, so he can talk to people on Discord. And then
God bless him.
The phone is also using Wi-Fi because he's probably talking to someone else on a different fucking channel.
And Papa Tony does have no space for anything. You're supposed to be the host, bro. You can't do this.
Yeah, no, only 3 hours. 3.5, Arioka.
3.5.
It's because we wasted 5.5 yesterday. So just add the 2 together, and it's really was an 8.5 hour episode.
I don't know. Ninja Kitty will not be pleased when he hears of this.
Rambly Man too. I'm sorry for the short show. Hopefully the dog will understand on the walk.
Hopefully the ducks understand.
You got any last words, Rhea, before we go?
No, it's been real. Thank you again for having me on. It's always a good convo. Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat for chopping it up with me and making me feel welcome. So yeah.
Anything to say, Show, before we leave?
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you having me on. And it was very fun. I'm going to sound just like Ray on this one.
Always welcome to be on the show. If I don't hit you up with a link, always, you could just ask, hey, I want to hop on because you guys
put me in, Coach. All right, I will.
Trust you guys. Since Rhea is here, I'm going to interview Show this week. But if Rhea wants to be the next interview, let me know.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm always down to hop on now that I have my setup figured out. As long as like I'm not working or I'm doing other personal stuff, but yeah.
All right. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.